Good evening, sports fans. You are welcome to Premier Sports Fan Center, your favorite channel for your watch along shows and your sporting updates as it comes by, every day, every week, and every month and every year. Sport news keeps flying in to and fro the world of sport. My name is Afolayan Adeyemi. I'll be your host for today and for the watch along show of the semi quarter-final fixture in the English League Cup. Some call it Carabao Cup of the game between Chelsea and Newcastle United. It promises to be an exciting one. It promises to be mind-blowing, explosive. It's been a fixture that we've witnessed some goals this season with Newcastle defeating Chelsea 4-1 in the English Premier League at the St James's Park. Is here at the Stamford Bridge. Chelsea is at home in the quarter-final fixture of the League Cup. I'm not alone in the studio. From my far left, I have with me Adeyemi Segun.
Well, good evening, yeah, my time. Good evening, Solomon. It's a full house tonight on Chelsea versus Newcastle. We saw the reverse fixture in the EPL and it ended up 4-1 in favor of Newcastle. Probably Chelsea fans might just feel let down by that record on that set fixture. But here's another 90 minutes of a game of football, and they have another chance to right their wrong. Because when you look at it, this is the major opportunity for both clubs. That's Chelsea and Newcastle to actually win one trophy this season. And I'm very sure two of them will be going head to head into this to try and see that they make it to the semi-final and probably get to the final, whereby they have a chance of winning this coveted trophy.
Yeah, they have a chance of winning this coveted trophy. That was won last season by Manchester United. I
Yeah, it
also
was
have with
Newcastle also
me,
got to final last season.
yeah, they got to the final. Was defeated by Manchester United, and I also have with me in the studio Solomon Egweneme.
Yeah, we're there to talk about sport and talk about football. And it is Chelsea, Newcastle, big team in England, clashing together. Who is going to take the day? It's a lot, what is difficult for many pundits to predict because this match is going to be very tight today. I'll give you the fact that both teams are fully aware that it's an opportunity for them to pick a trophy this season. No matter how small it is, at least just pick a trophy.
A silver,
Yes,
right?
silver, yeah, so that everybody will know that at least you tried.
Yeah.
And Newcastle being the finalist last season against Man U, they are experienced, and they are hungrier. So, and Chelsea knowing fully well that the EPL is out of their hands. The Premier League is out of their hands. But Newcastle can still fight for the Premier League to win.
No, I don't see Newcastle fighting for the
Of course, they can still fight for it. This is my 17.
what we are talking about.
Yeah, we are not talking about the Premier League. So Chelsea are enjoying another underwhelming Premier League campaign down in 10th despite spending big again. But Mauricio Pochettino has spoken of the importance of the cup competition right there this season after a relatively kind run with home wins over Wimbledon, Brighton, and Blackburn Rovers. The Blues are at the Stamford Bridge again for what might prove a tougher test. Of course, it will be a tougher test. Newcastle were English Football League Cup finalists last season, beaten by Manchester United at Wembley. They gained their revenge in defeating United at Old Trafford in the previous round this term, having already eliminated Man City, but that was a rare away win for Eddie Howe's side. Newcastle's form has been far more impressive at St James's Park, where they beat Chelsea 4-1 in the league last month. And a quick reload of, it's Chelsea going on the attack right there. But the final pass from Gallagher, he couldn't pick Jackson. It's an easy save for Dubravka right there. The Newcastle's number one since the absence of Nick Pope, the English international. So, right there at the Stamford Bridge, it's Chelsea playing from right to left and Newcastle playing from left to right. Chelsea started with a 4-2-3-1 formation. Some will call it a diamond formation, where you have a two pivot player playing sitting deep in the midfield with Petrovic in goal, and it's Newcastle in their box. Oh, he plays that shot. Was well deflected off target by Disasi right there. So Petrovic started in goal with Disasi, Silva, Badashil, Cowell, all defenders. Gallagher, Casado, who is now on the yellow card, the two pivots, Sterling, Fernandez, and Palmer, the cold as ice Palmer, playing behind Jackson. And Newcastle started with a 4-3-3 flat midfield formation with Nebraska in goal. And it's Newcastle who has a corner kick right now. And let's see, Guimaraes plays it into the box, but it's a long one. But no Newcastle player could get to that to at least make an attempt. So he's back to the midfield with a long cross into the box. Newcastle player headed that one down, and there's a touchdown to the right hand side to Almiron. And the cross comes in, but was well defended by Enzo Fernandez. So Newcastle started with a 4-3-3 flat midfield formation with Nebraska in goal, Livramento, Botman, Lesles, and Kraft in the defense, leaving Miley, Guimaraes, and Longstaff in the midfield, and Gordon, Almiron, and Wilson up front. So it's Newcastle in possession of the ball in Chelsea's final third. And the touch keeps coming in from one to another. And let's see, can they do something with the ball? So Enzo just won Chelsea a free kick in Chelsea's half. Now, Shegun, looking at this game so far, we saw what happened at St. James's Park. Should Chelsea be worried?
Yeah, they need to be worried. And even looking at the first 5 minutes of this game, I think it has to be worrisome for Chelsea. It has been Newcastle who are trying to dominate the game physically and technically, which has actually been working out for them, because we've seen one or two attacks from Newcastle already in this opening 5 minutes. I think it's very much important for Chelsea to try and control the pace of the game, try and force Newcastle to play their own pattern of football. If you're allowing Newcastle to dominate play, it's a big problem.
And that's a good chance for Chelsea with Jackson in the box. And for Chelsea, they want to step over, play the shot, but it was well blocked for a corner kick to Chelsea at the 6th minute of that encounter. What is this?
We have 90 minutes to hold on to Jackson today. So as I was saying, they need to try and lay their own claim into this game as early on, and try to control the pace of the game, not allowing Newcastle to control the pace or dictate how the flow of football is going to be, because that is where it's going to be hard for Chelsea. When you look at the way Newcastle played against Arsenal, the way Newcastle played against Man U and Manchester City, that is how they come into
the corner kick comes in with Gallagher with a chance to shoot. He plays it, and he hits the crossbar. Gallagher just hit the crossbar, and it's Jackson running in, but the pass, there was too much weight on that pass. It's going to be goal kick to Newcastle.
Wow,
Gallagher chance right there.
That was a good one for Gallagher there. And this is what I really want to see from Chelsea earlier on in this game. Try and create opportunity, create chances. On a good day, this should be going to the back of the net. Look at that takedown from Conor Gallagher. And he picked his spot rightly. He already beat the goalkeeper, and that was sailing deep into the box of the net. But fortunately, the crossbar was there to save Newcastle from conceding a first goal against Chelsea. Back to talking about the way Newcastle play. Remember the game against AC Milan? It took tactical approach from AC Milan in the second half for them to tame Newcastle, and that is how you beat them. It's not about you rushing against Newcastle and Newcastle are rushing against you. Try and play the game in the midfield, dictate the midfield against Newcastle, and you have them where you need them to be. But whenever you are taking the game physically against them, and that is why I really hate that yellow card Caicedo got in the first half. In the very first minute of this game, because that is the machine for Chelsea in the midfield. That is the player who is full of that energy to run around the players, the Newcastle lines. But when he's on a yellow card now, it's looking like a half fit midfielder for Chelsea, which is really going to be a hard one. So let's see how much Chelsea will go into this game, because it's very much important for them to dominate play at home.
Yeah, it's very important to dominate play at home. Now, Chegun mentioned that Caicedo going into the books, Solomon, as early as the second or third minute of that encounter. How big of a threat will that be to Chelsea?
Of course, it's a very big threat. It's a very big threat. So early at this stage, getting a yellow card and a pivot player like Caicedo. You know what I'm saying? So he definitely he will be conscious of that yellow card.
Yeah.
And they want to be very careful.
Yeah.
And you don't need to be very careful with Newcastle. They are dangerous.
Mm.
Understand? So it will actually have effect on Chelsea. So, it takes maturity and take experience for him to be the Caicedo is supposed to be, even without or with a yellow card.
Yeah.
So he have to come to his A game, forget about the yellow card, but he should be extra careful.
Yeah.
So whether I like it or not, the yellow card must have effect on him.
Yeah, that was a long pass from Bruno Guimaraes, but he couldn't get to Almiron right there. But still Newcastle, but they just lost possession to Gallagher. And Gallagher was fouled right there, but referee says play on. And it's Caicedo in possession of the ball. He finds the goalkeeper, opens up space, collects the ball back, and a straight touch to Kobe right there, who tries to dribble, but Almiron intercepted that one right there, and they quick throw into Gallagher, who tries to control back into the midfield, but was dispossessed by Bruno Guimaraes. It's Miley who is in possession of the ball now, who sends it back, and to Les, who tries to set it to Livramento on the left-hand side of the defense. And is Anthony Gordon, who came in last season from Everton, passed the ball to Bruno Guimaraes. Guimaraes finds Miley right, I think Bond right there, and it's Almiron who tries to run in to set the ball to Guimaraes. Guimaraes finds Bond and he crosses into the box, and that's a dangerous area, but that was a good clearance from Disasi, who's one of his profession in the defense is to clear the ball. It doesn't really
look at how they calculated those passes. Look at how they got the passes right into the Chelsea box. It's about 10 passes right there from Newcastle and ended up finding his way into Chelsea box. I think they really need to be careful. They really need to try and mark out Newcastle players. They are enjoying so much time on the ball. Chelsea are not really getting close to them. And you look at how much of the ball is staying with Chelsea. It's not really staying onto Chelsea feet. It has really been Newcastle dominating play for this first 11 minutes. So I think Chelsea really needs to be careful. And it's a big game for this young man in Chelsea's goalkeeper. Petrovic, sorry. Yeah. He has a big game at hand. You know, these are the kind of games that grow your confidence, and these are the kind of games you used to lay claim to the first shirt. When it comes to distribution, I think I'm highly impressed with his distribution rate right from the last game.
It's just Sheffield.
It's just Sheffield United. But when you see the distribution rate, there are some games that Robert Sanchez can actually make some games to look big in front of everybody. But I'm actually impressed with Petrovic distribution rate. And coming into this game, I just hope he will have a very beautiful and balanced game, whereby it can give that goalkeeping department a competition and the needed edge going into the remainder of the season.
Yeah, it needed the credits. Chelsea trying to go on the attack there, but was easily dispossessed by the Newcastle player. His game on in that encounter. Is Newcastle back in possession of the ball? Les in possession of the ball right now. Who finds Bruno Guimaraes, who returns the pass, and he tries to play a long pass into the midfield. But the Chelsea player tried to dispossess, but it's Bruno Guimaraes who has the last laugh. And it's now Anthony Gordon in possession of the ball, who runs into the midfield, who tries to find another teammate, and he finds his fellow midfielder right there, who sends it back to Bruno Guimaraes, who finds Les, who finds Almiron. Is Newcastle trying to build from the defense into attack? So they are trying to turn defense into attack in that encounter. So it's 13th minute already. We're already in the 13th minute of the game. It's still Chelsea nil, Newcastle nil. Some will say it's still early embers of that game. But let me go to you, Solomon. I know you are one of the fanterips of prediction right there. And if you predict in this game, what would be your prediction?
Like I said earlier on, before the match commenced, I said these are some of those kind of matches that are very difficult to predict. And most time when I say this match are very difficult to predict, sometimes they mostly end up in a draw situation. But this match is going to be very tough. And in fact, because I know Chelsea want to, when they're in Stamford Bridge, they have the fans with them. They are also a good side. When
Chelsea going on the attack right there with Cole Palmer, who finds Jackson right there, who returns it to Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer in possession of the ball. He finds Caicedo. Caicedo finds Gallagher with a swift 1-2 touches. finds Cole Palmer, who tries to find space, gives it to Gallagher. Gallagher finds the fine one aging graciously, Thiago Silva. And it's still Chelsea playing from defense to attack. Now it's Disasi in possession of the ball. The makeshift centre back to and he crossed into the box, but it was well blocked off for a corner kick to Chelsea. You can continue.
All right. So in a match like this, the first one they played, Newcastle gave Chelsea 4-1, and I know Chelsea must have learned their lesson. You know what I'm saying? Like in the first match, they wanted to play like Newcastle. We saw the fight, here and there.
Well, you have to define the Gura. What do you mean by that?
I mean, when I said everybody was just, this kind of massive attack, massive defense. That was the kind of game they were playing. But if you look at it now, Chelsea is a little bit calm.
And it's Enzo standing next to the corner kick flag. Let's see if he can do something special from the corner kick spot. And he stays with the ball. He plays a short one to Caicedo, who crosses it into the box. But hey, the Newcastle player was there to head that one out to safety. So it's going to be throwing to Chelsea at the 15th minute of that encounter. And it also another fixture, League Cup fixture going on between Everton and Fulham right there. It's Everton 0, Fulham 0 at the 29th minute of that encounter, 30th minute actually. So back to the game, Chelsea against Newcastle right there, and it's Chelsea in Newcastle's final third. With that pass to Disasi, who crossed into the box, we couldn't find any Chelsea player. He couldn't locate any in the box. And Caicedo couldn't get that back pass. And that's a good cover.
Hey!
Look at that mistake.
My goodness.
No, for Newcastle.
Look at that mistake. Is that not Thiago Silva?
That's Badashai.
That's Badashai. With another mistake there.
What kind of error is this?
And that's another error right there. Newcastle converted it.
The error started from the midfield. You're playing against a Newcastle who is always full of running. You let that ball lose. That pass right there from the midfield, from attacking side of Chelsea to the midfield to Caicedo there was an overheated pass. And you left with a striker like Wilson, full of runnings. You left him free to against two-man defenders. And that was actually a bad one from Badashi. This was loose ball I was talking about. That was an overheated pass. And that was where Chelsea actually first lost it.
Thiago Silva touched that ball, and Badashili was with the ball. What did he do with that ball? How did that ball get out?
He stepped on the ball, and the ball moved out of his leg.
Look at that. Thiago Silva already did a very good job there, deflecting that play. Look at it. And look at Badashili. What did he do there?
That was a defensive error. Look at that.
What is this?
He stepped on the ball with left or right.
What he did, the intention was actually right. The intention was actually right. The intention was to just drag the ball, and he was already in an advantage position. But the ball just hit a second leg and set Wilson free on goal there. It's just a gift from Chelsea to Newcastle in this first.
The same way Chelsea gave them a gift at the St. James's Park, which turned the
but looking at
direction
the
of the
first
game.
50 minutes has really been Newcastle who have actually been threatening against Chelsea. And they've been they look like they deserve the goal. You have to give it to Wilson also. That tenacity from him, that run against the defenders was what caused that mistake from Badashil there. It happens to be a costly mistake for Badashil there, which has given Newcastle the lead. But still very early into the game, just in the 17th minute. So there's nothing to be scared of. It's a game of football, and we're in here for 90 minutes.
Yeah, let's see if Chelsea can come into this one. Sterling that has just been dispossessed right there. And it was a good clearance from the Newcastle player. With Chelsea restarting play quickly. Cole with the ball. And Caicedo, who tries to find the run of Cole Palmer, but Nebraska came out to the rescue right there. So it's halftime in that game, Bundesliga game between Dortmund and Mainz. It's Dortmund 1, Mainz 1 at halftime. And Hoffenheim are leading 2-1 against Darmstadt in that encounter. So the game between Everton and Fulham is still 0-0 at the 33rd minute of that encounter. Middlesbrough is currently leading 2-0 at Port Vale at the 32nd minute of that encounter. And Newcastle is leading at the Stamford Bridge. 1-0 courtesy Callum Wilson. So it's Chelsea trying to turn defense into attack with Cole Palmer, who finds Caicedo. Caicedo finds Gallagher. And it looks like this Chelsea season is going from bad to worse. So it's Badashil with the ball, who passed the ball to Gallagher right there. Gallagher looks for Colwill, who finds Gallagher back. And Shegun, you are itching to say something right there.
No, it's not like the season is going from bad to worse. Yes, they scored a goal. It's just about Chelsea getting the right response back in this game. That is what really matters a lot. And like I said when this game started, I remember before the game in the studio, I was saying whoever is playing against Newcastle on the right side of Chelsea is in for a lot of runnings. Livramento and Gordon are playing against Disasi, who is not a natural right back. It's really going to be a problem. And you look at the fullbacks in this game. There's no natural fullback starting for Chelsea in this game. Colwill is not a left back. Disasi is not a right back. So it's about Chelsea and that is why the going forward for Chelsea has really been a suspect on the wing. The Sassy can't. Oh, that was lovely.
And it's Newcastle going on the attack right there.
When you actually have a natural fullback, a natural right back, and a natural left back, there's a way they come into the game and assist the attackers going
and join the attack.
You look at the Newcastle fullbacks joins their attack when going forward. That is actually missing for Chelsea in this game, and that is one thing. What's it called? Pochettino needs to work on. I don't really understand why you have a natural left back like Madsen on the bench, and you can't really trust him putting it into games like this. You have a right back, Malagusto, who just came back from injury, but I still feel like he should be starting this game ahead of Disasi. We saw Disasi against Sheffield United. It wasn't really that strong performance from him in that game, and it has really been a problem for Chelsea going forward. We just keep on blaming the attackers, but when you look at the assist coming from the midfield and the fullbacks, it's not really there from the Chelsea defenders. So going forward in this game, let them just keep their calm and composure, win the midfield battle, making sure that Nicholas Jackson is on his own very good day. But I still see Chelsea coming back in this game. It's not a done game already.
Yeah, so he said you heard it right there. Shegun said it's not a done game already. So let's see if Chelsea can come back into this game in this encounter. So it's Colwill that is in possession of the ball, who finds Sterling. Sterling looks around and returns it back to Colwill. And you know Newcastle, one thing they know how to do is to play the low blocks whenever they are leading in any encounter. So it's Thiago Silva that's with the ball right now. He finds Disasi. Disasi runs into the and he finds Kopama. Kopama looks for ways to pass. He passes back to Caicedo. Caicedo finds Colwill, who runs into space, but finds Sterling. Sterling had to run towards the flag, and he turns the ball once and sets the ball back to Caicedo. Caicedo finds Kopama. Kopama tries to find Jackson, but couldn't locate that run. So it's Chelsea still in possession of the ball with Thiago Silva, who finds Badiashile. Badiashile finds Colwill. Colwill finds Sterling. Sterling tries, he returns it back to Caicedo. Caicedo finds Kopama, who dribbles one, tries to dribble the second one. But
talking about Newcastle playing low blocks, I think this is where the low blocks is actually scary most. I see it as a deceiving low block. Because once they gain the ball, they are all running all out to attack and counter against you. And their counter is so potent against anything. So I think Chelsea really needs to be careful with how much Chelsea
in possession of the ball. Kopama at the edge of the box. He tries to cut one, runs into the and he plays that shot. And that was a good save by Dubravka. Held it to himself and without losing sleep. And Solomon, looking at the approach of Chelsea to this game, we know Chelsea to possess and not do much with it this season. Do you see this game as a different testimony after this match?
What I've seen so far, what Chelsea is playing, apart from the goal they scored, Chelsea have been playing very well.
No, they've actually matched Newcastle in this game.
They've actually matched them very well. And if you look at the goal, it just to me just a defensive error that can happen to any team. You understand what I'm saying? It's not like
but it's becoming one too many.
No, yeah. No, for this very particular game, it's not like Newcastle just from the midfield beat the midfield and got that goal. It was a defensive error. But after that goal, what happened is it is Chelsea all the way. You understand? They are trying to bounce back to get that goal. So I would not say these are the kind of game that you hardly say it's over. Because the determination there and the willingness for the Chelsea's players is very visible that they want to score this goal and they can get it.
So let's see if they can get it. Kompama, who plays that one into the box, was easily caught right there by Dubravka, who waits for the players to leave the box and to restart the game. He drops that one for the Newcastle player right there who sets it to Livramento. It's now Newcastle playing comfortably leading at the Stamford Bridge. Now, Shegun, see, Newcastle is leading again. The other game at the St. James's Park, there was an error leading to goal also. The goal, the
it was almost looking like this because
yeah,
it was Thiago Silva
who made the mistake.
Made that error, and right now it's
What's the name of this guy?
look at that chance.
And he scored the ball. The Brazilian midfielder.
No,
Joelinton. Yeah, that's the name.
It was almost like this that happened that day for Chelsea also.
Yeah.
Was it Thiago Silva or Reece James?
It was
Thiago Silva.
Thiago Silva. Reece James was one who got the red card.
got the red card.
It's not really about the error that happened in the first game. I just think error bound to happen in game of football. Without error, there won't be goals. But
at least you can limit it.
There was nothing. What's it called? Badashil could have done better there. The intention was actually right. He wanted to. He was already on his way to actually space that ball away from Callum Wilson. Unfortunately, he just met his second leg, which set Callum Wilson straight on goal. So it's not really like it was a man-made error.
Yeah.
It just happened.
Another thing again I have to know is that the error was double error from the midfield.
He was on the run. He was running. He was running with his back.
Yeah.
Not always his way.
The first error came from Caicedo. You understand what I'm saying?
Because even Colby was the first error. Colby was the one who sent an overheated pass
to
back
Caicedo.
to Caicedo there. And there was no need of you setting an overhit pass. When you know you're playing against a team who is very good on the counter, they want to hit you on the counter. And that is what happened immediately. Just lost.
You know one thing. Passes, you can get an overrated pass because it's in the.
There was nobody. There was no pressure on Colby there.
No. It's not about pressure.
It was from Newcastle.
See, when you are passing a ball, you might not be under pressure and you set a wrong pass.
Well, that pass was.
It's part of the game.
That was where that goal started from. Because you set your team on fire.
What I'm trying to say is these things happen. But Chelsea has recovered.
If it happens, then Badashi was not at mistake for that.
No, you have to. The mistake right there is Badashi.
The mistake was even Colby. How will you be at
and
Newcastle
box? And it's was taking the lead.
How will you be at Newcastle box
and
send the pass back to the midfield when you know you have just two central back at the back? That was off a corner kick.
And it's all away.
No
it's all away teams leading currently at the quarterfinals of the EFL Cup. And
look at that. There was nobody pressuring there.
There was a marker behind him. See, what Kowi did. Listen, you cannot blame Kowi. See, this is the guy with the mistake. You have to blame Badashil.
I can't blame Badashil.
Listen.
Because the intention was right.
The intention is not about intention. You first consider you are the last man.
How?
See, these are academic. These are academic instructions.
No, that is not.
You can clear.
He had everything right. He was already setting himself away from them.
So it's Fulham that is leading in that encounter. They just got the first goal.
You can't tell me Kowi was right for setting your team on fire.
Listen, Kowi was trying to receive the ball back, and he had to set a pass.
He can't set. See, if he was a natural left back, he would have done something better there.
If it was even a natural left back could listen, I'm telling you based on
and I'm also telling you based on what I'm watching.
I'm telling you based on an experience of playing on the field.
We've all played football.
Listen, at a point in time, listen,
let's go back to the
when the attack is blocked, you can see Badashili made that error. He could clear and he's standing with a chance in the box. And he couldn't get something profitable out of that. We all knew Sterling to be a wasteful player, and he has wasted this attempt again. Look at that 1-2 into the box. What does he do with it?
And that was actually a good goal from him.
That was a terrible attempt. Look, what's this? What's this?
If that goes to the back of the net, you also say that was.
This is a terrible attempt.
From a
he could do better. Abba. That's what I'm saying.
Abba.
You say Abba. All right.
Let's go back to the game.
He still game on in that encounter at the Stamford Bridge. It's Chelsea won't go down at home with Gallagher in possession of the ball. Who finds Cole Palmer, who sets it back to Gallagher, who runs into the box, and he crossed the ball, and there's Sterling with the ball.
Look at that save from Duvraska. Oh, that's all. I think that was
it was one of the defenders.
Oh, that should be a yellow card. That should be a yellow card. And it's referee's.
This is a play on.
This ball advantage to Chelsea right there with Jackson in possession of the ball, who finds Badiashile. Badiashile finds Jackson right there, and who sets it back straight to Badiashile, who finds Thiago Silva, and he returns it back to Badiashile. And with the way Chelsea is going, Solomon,
Yeah.
do you see Chelsea coming back and winning this game?
Yeah, I think the way they are going is a good way for them. I think it's giving. I think there is hope rising. Hope is gradually rising, and the possibility is certain. It is when you pressurize a team that you can actually get an opportunity to score. It's either there is a defensive error, or it's either you create the chance and you get the goal. You know, after that pressure, the bike now is very okay. If they continue like this, I'm very sure, certainly we're going to get a goal here too.
Yeah, you heard it right there. He said if Chelsea can continue, they can get a goal right there. But looking at the way the game is going, let's say, who will actually draw the second blood is Gallagher in possession of the ball, who finds Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez with the ball, drops it for Sterling. Sterling tries to cut in, facing Almiron, but he sends it back to Enzo again. Enzo finds Colwill. Colwill finds Badiashile, who finds Thiago Silva with Chelsea playing Island right now, who finds Disasi. Disasi returns it back to Thiago Silva, who passes it back to Caicedo. Caicedo returns it to Colwill. Colwill finds Sterling at the right-hand side of the Newcastle's defense. And Sterling tries to take on two players. He sends it back to Caicedo. Caicedo with the ball right there finds Colwill. Colwill returns it to Caicedo. And it's Chelsea passing one too many passes in the Newcastle half right there. It's Colwill back in possession of the ball. Sets it back to Enzo. Enzo to Caicedo. Caicedo tries to turn. And let's see if he won't commit another defensive error right there. He sets it to Badiashile. Badiashile finds Caicedo. Caicedo with the ball. And he gives it to Gallagher once. Gallagher sends it to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva moves with the ball. And it's Chelsea just passing. And Shegun going.
That's it. They'll just be passing around because the Newcastle are setting a low blocks for them. They are just waiting for them to come into the den and them winning the ball back. They know that it's easy for them to win the ball back from Chelsea. And this is an early substitution. It's looking like Enzo Fernandez should be going out injured.
It seems like Enzo Fernandez is injured.
Yeah.
And this is a bad one for Chelsea. Looking at going back to it. When you have Newcastle who are setting all their players within their own box, Chelsea are finding it hard to break the lines. Once they are going into the line, they are losing the ball into the hand of Newcastle. And Newcastle are setting themselves up for a counter against Chelsea. It's so dangerous where Chelsea are playing and trying all passing around their own box without going all out there. This was the end product was actually wrong. The end product was bad from Sterling there. After this court, he should have picked his spot right there at his spot, not you returning back here. Because you have a lot of players who are coming there. You
should have even lifted the shot.
Take it a straight shot. Yeah. Lift it up there straight at Duvraska there. And I really need to give it to the goalkeeper, Duvraska. Right from the first game when he was brought in against Manchester United, he really looked a bit shabby then. He has grown into the game and the experience is coming to speak for him right now. And that's why they say consistency is when you keep on playing, you get that high level of consistency. That's what we're seeing from the goalkeeper right now. He was a bit shaky against Manchester United, but look at how much he has grown into it. We've seen him handle some good balls into nice.
You know, one thing is terrible about Sterling is I don't know how an experienced player will lose so many chances.
Are you a Chelsea fan?
Why? I'm the presenter here. You are not meant to be asking questions. Now, what I'm saying this is that as an experienced player, he's one of the most experienced in this squad. Look at the chances he keeps missing. What do you think
about Raheem Sterling? That it's not really from today. Right from the beginning of his career, it has always been like that. That is
and Raheem Sterling running into the box, gets a 1-2 into the box.
But
how would that be a penalty?
It was easily shoved off the ball. And another thing about
talking about Ryan Sterling, you don't have to kind of criticize him outrightly because he has his own positivity that he's bringing to the team. To me, he's the only player right now that has that move, that has that bite, that can actually threaten a defense and run between defenders. He's the only player here. Other players, they just want to toss the ball around. And another thing, I want to talk about the Chelsea side. The positivity I'm seeing, this tossing ball around, passing the ball around, to me, it's not bad. Because if you give this Newcastle side opportunity to hold the ball in your hand, they will create chances. So what do you will not score goal, take the ball from them, take the possession from them, and look for a possible way to get a goal.
But we've seen Chelsea.
If you're if you're holding onto the ball and you're moving into Newcastle territory and you're holding onto the ball in Newcastle territory, it's good. When you're holding onto the ball in your own territory to the middle cycle, it's actually bad because you're only increasing in the passes, but attacking wise, you are not increasing.
You are not increasing. Like what happened? I saw what Casado did. At a point they held Newcastle to their own. For a very long time, and he discovered there was no space. He now went back. Some people follow him. He wanted to draw them back before he now.
It's not like just held Newcastle back. It's Newcastle way of playing. They know what they are doing. They just want to win the ball back and eat you on the counter. That is what they are.
That was what led to their.
Yes, that's what they are setting themselves for. It's not like it's just that held them back. They are just setting out a low block, win the ball back, and Chelsea players knows that even in the midfield that if they are going into that territory, the possibility of them losing that ball is 98 out of 100.
Look at Badashil again, losing the ball in a dangerous area. But
look at how much they came out now. They are coming out with about 9 players or 8 to attack against Chelsea, and they defend together that way. So the mass defense from Newcastle is actually top notch. Chelsea gifting them that first goal was actually wrong because you're putting yourself in a dangerous position. I think Sterling takes too much time on the ball.
Not about the time.
Too much time on the ball.
See, it is useless when you possess the ball, try to run with it without a fruitful result. You are as good as the result of every attempt you make. So, looking at the way it is now, don't you think?
Look at another run pass. And that is who's that? Broja.
Yeah, he's one player that is just coming back from injury. It's Casado with the ball who finds Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva finds Sterling on the right, which plays a quick 1-2 with Kopama, but that was too much for the guy to meet up with. And it's throwing to Chelsea in the 37th minute of that encounter. It's still Newcastle 1, Chelsea 0 at the Stamford Bridge. And if there's one team who can take this 1-0 away, is Newcastle.
Yeah, they can take the 1-0 away, but in this game, it's still looking like if there's another team that will still score in this game, it's still going to be Newcastle scoring against Chelsea. Because when you look at the attack of Newcastle is a potent one. You have you have Gordon on one side, you have Almiron on one side there, you have Callum Wilson in the middle. These are players that they are tested and we know that when it comes to attacking against any team, they are very dangerous and they know how to take their chances. So he's looking like it's still Newcastle advantage to score second goal, even before Chelsea will get a goal here.
Yeah, it looks like Newcastle might get the second goal before Chelsea can get one right there. So it's Newcastle back in possession of the ball. Playing from left to right. With that pass to Bond finds Almiron to Gumares. Gumares finds Anthony Gordon. And Anthony Gordon tries to cut into the box. And let's see, that was a good sliding tackle from Gallagher. Leaving Kopama to attack. And he's attacking with the ball. Looking out for it, and he sets it to Broja, and that's an offside. That's an offside. That's an offside right there.
A good one for Chelsea.
And
good counter from Chelsea.
The goal will not stand.
I think Kopama held onto that ball too much. He should have. He had the opportunity of setting up Broja right before he even went into that offside trap. That's surely an offside there from Broja. But good one from him there. Good take from him there, and shows that Chelsea can actually get something from this game. And I was touching there when you was talking. I wanted to show you the difference between when Newcastle are getting into Chelsea territory. Look at how much they make good use of their pass. Look at how much they spring that pass from right to left, from left to right, and it's getting to where they
when you streamline this, you look at the individuals responsible for the lackadaisical performance in the final third. And who would you pick for Chelsea?
But just that's what I'm saying.
Who is
That's
lackadaisical
see, when
in
you
the
got
final third? Who has been lackadaisical in this game? Just
yeah, mate. Up front for Chelsea.
yeah.
Up front for Chelsea in this game. Up front
Yeah.
for Chelsea.
Yeah.
There's only one player there, and that is Cole Palmer. Jackson and Sterling. When they start their game, you know how much they are going to, how good they are going to be in that game. Jackson and Sterling are not as potent as Almiron.
But
and
who has been
Gordon.
very, very terrible?
It has to be Chelsea. Chelsea
No, as in the
terrible.
player, because now when you look at the whole team, you can't just say Chelsea. Caicedo has been very good in this
That
game.
is a midfielder. I'm talking about attacker.
Now, when you talk about attacker, the main problem in this game so far has been Sterling.
I don't know.
Because he has not been fruitful in his attack.
I'm saying Sterling and Jackson. We know two of them are always a problem.
So it's Cole Palmer with the ball. He sets it back to Thiago Silva, who finds Caicedo right there. And Caicedo gives it to Gallagher. Gallagher takes a touch and returns it to Caicedo. Let's see if Chelsea can find a way to get back into this game at the 40th minute of that encounter. So it's Thiago Silva who finds Sterling. Sterling finds Disasi. Disasi plays him in on a 1-2, and he's Sterling with the ball. And there's a referee just blowed his whistle for an infringement against Raheem Sterling right there. You know,
it's really a big problem. My biggest problem in this game is Chelsea playing without any wing back in this game. That's really been a problem for Chelsea. When you look at it, when we have Kukureya playing, they understand how to run in between the lines and create opportunities for the wingers. When you have Reece James or Malubustu playing on the right, they understand what it takes to play very close to the attackers and create a 1-2 situation there. But right now we have Disasi who is having issue with crossing the ball into the box. We're having Colby who is a bit playing far away from from Raheem Sterling. He's not presenting himself the opportunity of playing 1-2 with Raheem Sterling on the left wing for Chelsea, which has really been a problem for Chelsea in this game. And it's so painful when you look at the bench and you see that there's no good left back or a fully fit right back for Chelsea. It's really going to be a problem. Not even about this game alone. They have Wolves to play on the weekend, which is another big problem, because when you look at the way how fast Wolves are going forward, it's going to be a problem for Chelsea also in that encounter.
And it's Chelsea who just lost possession in the dangerous area with Almiron, who passed it back, and that shot was blocked right there by Gallagher. And it's Chelsea who has lost possession again to Newcastle, but that was a good recovery from Colwell, who couldn't do something profitable with that recovery. Leaving Newcastle still in possession of the ball, but that was a good clearance by Thiago Silva right there. So it's going to be a throw-in to Newcastle at the 42nd minute of that encounter. And we can see another substitution about to happen right there. I think that should be Karen Trippier that is about to come on right there. That was a good block by Colwell.
With how much Chelsea have actually troubled this old man Thiago Silva, I just hope that man won't pull his hamstring when they play for Chelsea, because that is going to really be a big problem for Chelsea that day.
And there is Newcastle with Almiron back in possession of the ball, who finds Bond. But let's see if Bond can actually light up the Stamford Bridge. And it's Colwell right there, who's trying to take some skillful touches, but it's still a throw-in to Chelsea at the 42nd minute of that encounter. So it's still Newcastle 1, Chelsea 0 at that League Cup game, quarter-final at the Stamford Bridge. And it's Chelsea still trying to find a way to break down the Newcastle strong defense. And let's see if Chelsea can actually do it and do it successfully. So it's game on in that encounter. And it's Colwell who finds Thiago Silva, but it was down right there. I think there was an infringement from Callum Wilson right there.
He's looking tired already. They've overrun.
It's Gallagher who finds Disasi on the right-hand side. And Disasi finds Sterling. Sterling plays in Cole Palmer. Cole Palmer looks for space who to pass the ball to. And he sends it down to Colwell. Colwell tries to move with the ball. He finds Caicedo. Caicedo finds Thiago Silva. Is Chelsea passing the ball around in the midfield right now, dominating play, but with all fruitless effort. So it's Casado now is Badashi who has sent another wrong pass, and he has covered successfully and returns the ball to Petrovic, who finds Badashi again. Badashi finds Kowe to run with the ball and is running with the ball, but sets the ball back to Broja. Broja
Wow.
dribbles Gumares in a very painful way right there. And Casedo finds Kopama. Kopama, he returns it back to 1-2 with Kopama. And Kopama still with the ball. He sends it to Broja. Broja just returns it back to
Brea just destroyed a good run of play from Chelsea there. I think you should have set up Palmer straight there. The momentum was there already.
And Casedo runs
back into the midfield
in front of the box and sets it to Sterling. Sterling now trying to play, want to move right there, and he crossed the ball into the box, and there was no Chelsea player, and then, that was a shot well blocked by the Newcastle player right there. So it's still Chelsea.
I don't know when someone started supporting Chelsea, because I can see the way he's just playing up and jumping up and coming down. Looking more like a Chelsea fan tonight. I think we'll be seeing more of that.
So he starts it back in possession of the ball. He passes it back to Kopama. Kopama finds Badashi, who finds Gallagher. Gallagher with the ball right now finds Kopama. Kopama finds Sterling, who tries to run with the ball, pass to Jackson. Can Jackson do something fruitful with this ball?
What kind of
And a shot. Maybe a back
but it was a
pass
weak
to
shot.
the
It was a weak
deflection.
shot. Look at that.
What's this? Is this an attempt or what?
Oh, it was actually an attempt. It was a good attempt.
And it's a corner kick to Chelsea at the 45th minute of that encounter. Let's see if Chelsea can just do the magic right there and come back into this game. It's game on in that encounter. Say Newcastle 1, Chelsea 0, and Kopama places it into the box. But that was a good clearance header from the Newcastle defender, and Kopama returns it back, and Disasi couldn't get his header on target. Terrible way to lose that opportunity. So it's going to be a goal kick to Newcastle at the first minute of additional time, and we are having 3 minutes additional time in this first half. So it's Newcastle 1, Chelsea 0 at the Stamford Bridge. Now, looking at the way this game is going, it looks like a game that Chelsea is playing to the gallery.
Yeah, they're actually playing to the gallery, because I'm not really seeing any fruitful use of fruitful movement from the Chelsea team in this game. It has just really been. I'm not really a big fan of you passing around on your own half without going in deep into your opponent's half and utilizing the ball. That is what we've just been seeing from Chelsea. Just playing with just trying to gain possession within their own half. And if you check the attacking threats in this game, you see that they've not really been threatening against Newcastle in this game. But you have to give it to them after conceding that goal. At least they've held Newcastle a bit. They've not really allowed them to have a joy on the ball.
But is it Newcastle holding? Is it Chelsea holding Newcastle, or Newcastle just sitting back to look for ways to exploit Chelsea?
Newcastle are sitting back. They are looking for ways to exploit Chelsea. And they also know that this Chelsea is a team that you can't really open up against. It's a big team. Those guys are professionals. They know how Chelsea can really hurt them. They know what Chelsea can also do against them. We've seen some chances created from Chelsea in this game. It's just unfortunate that they have attackers who are not clinical with their own first touch. Look at that chance that fell to Callum Wilson. I can say that if that chance had fallen into the hands of Jackson, he might have lost that. So it's about how clinical you are in front of goal, how good you utilize the chance. We've seen chances fall to the hand of of Sterling twice. Twice we've seen Sterling with a clear-cut chance in this game. We've seen Jackson with a clear-cut chance in this game, and he didn't make good use of it. These are clear-cut chances that should have turned into goals for Chelsea in this game.
So it's
we are just where we find ourselves, because that just summarized the whole season for Chelsea.
Yeah, you can see Shegun talking passionately. You can try to take the Chelsea out of the man, but the Chelsea will still remain in that man. So let's see, a Newcastle player is down right there, holding his leg, and Cole trying to control Jackson, who is trying to flare up right there. So the Newcastle player is back up. Let's
There's
just
no
see.
VR. There's no VR, so
Yeah,
there's
there's
nothing
no
to be scared
VR.
of. But that was
Yeah.
actually a bad tackle there from Cole. It might have just been a yellow card if that was in the EPL.
Yeah, no, no. Since the referee didn't see it, there won't be because it's not a potential red card. So even VR won't view that again. So Scoville who throws that one back to Badashir, who made that costly error that cost Chelsea the goal. And it's a good chance for Chelsea and Broja.
Can you imagine?
Just play that attempt as if he was sending a back pass.
That was bad for Broya. For a striker, a top-rated striker,
Are these people doing this in
look at that
deliberate?
chance.
Are they doing this in deliberate?
It's not that. It's not that. That is how good. That is how much they know how to play.
What is this?
It's not like they can do better than this. This is
Okay,
how
look
much
at
they
this.
can-
Look at this.
But he should be doing better than this. That
What
was
is
just
this?
a pass to the goalkeeper. Even if he had taken that down, he had every room. He had every time down. Yeah, he could have taken that ball down and find the spot. I think that 20 minutes Pochettino wants to give to Okuko today it should be made 30 minutes. They should just make it 30 minutes.
There's no excuse really for how Chelsea has been so lackadaisical in front of.
It's not just this game alone. That is how they've been.
And that is one of the reasons why they are where they are.
Since the beginning of the season, we've been hearing things like they need time to gel. But as the season is halftime at the Stamford Bridge, it's Newcastle 1, Chelsea 0. Courtesy that terrible defensive error from Badashir. Even the camera
I think you have an agenda against them.
It's not about agenda.
No, there's an agenda there's an agenda against Badashir.
There's no agenda against Badashir. Look at it. Listen.
Let me talk. Both of you are.
I'm the presenter.
Listen.
I'm the presenter right there. So I'm in charge of this.
Let me analyze. Let me analyze.
So as far as I'm concerned, it's halftime already at the Stamford Bridge. And it's Badashir who made that defensive error that led to the goal that Chelsea conceded. Even the camera was on him, right? Not on Cole.
Of course.
Yes.
Of course.
There's no agenda, but he made a terrible mistake.
I agree with you. Hold on. I agree with you that Badashir was the last man that made that error. But to some extent, if you look at it, it is something you will sympathize with him if you have played football before. Because such kind of error.
If that was Thiago Silva, we would continue shouting Thiago Silva.
You understand? Such kind of error, if you look at it, first of all, look at the intention.
He's not.
You understand? But you understand? No, he is the one that made that error. But it's not something I want to sound like he's a bad player.
If I'm going to ask you,
who
made the error leading to goal?
It was Badashir.
So what did I say?
Yeah, you said it is Badashir, and look at the way you hit it, as if it was.
There's no way I hit it. I was only saying what happened.
You are talking about Badashir.
It's not every time. It's not every time. So it's after. Shegun, it's beginning to show that Shegun is
himself. It's not about being a Chelsea fan.
You cannot hide it.
It's not really about being a Chelsea fan. I'm not really a big fan of Badashir. It's not about being a Chelsea fan. But you don't just paint on it. This error. Have there all been good defending from Badashir in the game?
No.
Do you know that Badashir has been shaky in this game?
He has been shaky. Has there not been good passes from him in this game?
Has he been shaky in this game?
Is he the only one who's shaky in this game? Is he the only poor player?
Which other defender is shaky in this game?
Even the Sass is shaky in this game.
The Sassy?
Yes, it's shaky in this game.
So
don't just come out with an agenda against
the Sassy. There's no agenda against Badashir.
You have to be the presenter. You are meant to be objective.
I'm being objective right here. The statement right here is this.
Let's go into analysis of analysis.
The statement right there is this Badashir made the error leading to goal. And that is the truth.
Go and
check the replay. It will still be the truth. So you are the one that is trying to read another meaning apart from what I am saying. So I'm not painting any agenda. I'm only saying what I saw in this game so far. And the game so far is Chelsea down at Stamford Bridge. And in that game between Everton and Fulham, it's still Everton down at home at the Goodison Park, 1-0. And it's still Middlesbrough leading 2-0 at in the second half against Port Vale, away at Port Vale right there. And going to Shagun, your first half of observation of the Chelsea performance so far.
Well, they grew into the game after that. After conceding that unfortunate goal to Newcastle in the first half. It has really been a good performance from Chelsea in the first half. The midfield has been balanced. They got that very right in this game. The only place they've been let down in the second half has been attack. And I think those are the guys who have let them down in this game. Lot of good chances fell into the hands of Chelsea, but unfortunately they can't just utilize it. So I think they have themselves to be blamed in this first half for wherever they are.
So they have themselves to be blamed in this first half. Now, Solomon, looking at it, the only solid chance Newcastle had was that defensive error that led to the goal. And looking at the way this game is going, don't you think that mistake will prove really costly for Chelsea?
Of course, it's already becoming costly for Chelsea. It has actually changed the face of the game. When they started the game, it was Newcastle that took the game to Chelsea. But after they got that goal, Chelsea woke up and they want to kind of equalize, and they have to put everything their best together to equalize that. So it is a very costly mistake. Look at it. Look at the replay.
Look at that.
Three defender on him, and after Thiago Silva touched that ball, he relaxed because he felt he had done his work. He felt I have done my own job.
He has done his job.
Yeah.
Now Padashiu had every room to move, to shape himself away from Wilson. Yeah, look at that ball again. He had every room. The field is so wide enough. He's not in a closed situation. He had every room to take a run and shape himself away.
And that's what he wanted to do.
Look at where the ball hit the second leg. Now that was what he was doing.
Now he wanted to go.
He wanted to move away. It's not like he intentionally did.
It was an error. It was an error.
It's not
no defender intentionally committed.
That was not a man-made error. It wasn't passive.
It was a man-made error.
No, that wasn't a man-made.
You will say it is not an intentionally made error.
I'll argue this for the next 3 days.
Yes.
I want to accept whatever you're saying.
Yeah.
So let's just move on.
That is a man-made error, and it's very obvious.
It's an error, but to me, it was not an intentional error.
Not intentional, but it was man-made.
We saw the intent.
See, have you ever? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Have you seen
the leg that hit it? It is his own leg.
Listen.
What I'm saying.
Have you seen any defender in the whole world commit an error leading to a goal intentionally?
No. That's why sometimes.
So it's always a mistake.
You say I'm coming, it's a mistake.
That is a mistake.
There are some goalkeepers. I'm coming. There are some defenders that will score an own goal. If we score by himself, we will sympathize with him because we saw the intention.
It's not the first time.
We saw the intention. We see the intention of the defender that I want to clear this ball out, but mistakenly the team went in. Everybody will keep quiet and say, we saw the intention, but it was an error. You understand what I'm saying? But to me, there is no doubt Badesha made that mistake. It is his fault, but I sympathize with him because it was an error. It was not his intention. His intention was to shift that ball to the right side, but his left leg did the job for him.
Yeah, the left leg did the job for him right there. You can join the conversation on our live chat. Tell us what you feel about this game so far. Comment. We want to hear your views on this match between Chelsea and Newcastle. It's currently Chelsea 1 goal down at the Stamford Bridge in that encounter so far. And in the other game between Everton and Fulham, 55th minute in that encounter, still Fulham leading away at the Goodison Park, 1 goal to 0. And it's also Middlesbrough still leading 2 goals to 0 away at Port Vale right there. So it's game on in those fixtures. You can't write any team off because it's football. It's like biscuit. You don't just know where it will crack. Well, it has cracked at Stamford Bridge, and it's Newcastle who has drawn the first blood right there. A defensive error leading to that Callum Wilson goal right there in the first half of that fixture. And we've seen a substitution from Chelsea. I think Enzo Fernandez was withdrawn due to an injury right there. And the first half statistics of the game so far, with Chelsea with a 0.49 expected goal ratio to Newcastle 0.61, 76% to 24% of ball possession in favor of Chelsea. 9 goal attempts, 3 goal attempts for Newcastle. And shot on goal, Chelsea 3, Newcastle 1. The only shot on goal Newcastle has turned into a goal right there. And it's been a game. Chelsea dominated play, but Newcastle has been clinical.
Yeah, just as dominated play, but I don't really count that as total domination. Because if you are dominating play and you're keeping your opponent at bay, it's a different thing. What I call total domination was Arsenal against Aston Villa. Arsenal keeping Aston Villa at the back for close to 70 minutes of that game is what I call total domination. This is not total domination because it has just been Chelsea playing within their own half and Newcastle just waiting like patiently like a snake just to win that ball back and eat back at Chelsea on counter. I think that is what Newcastle are actually setting themselves up for in this encounter. Chelsea needs to be careful. If I'm a Pochettino, I'll be making some substitutions in the second half. I think first of it will be like bringing in Modric into this game because looking at it on the wing, they're having a problem of having a direct runner against Newcastle defenders. And Modric is on his own day, and as I have to put it in quotes, on his own day, he's full of direct run. Put what's it called? Return Palmer to the center of the pitch. Let him play as the attacking midfielder for Chelsea and send what's it called? Raheem Sterling to the other part of the other side of the wing. I was expecting that substitution since Enzo was going out. Probably he should have brought in what's it called? Modric there so that Gallagher can go pair with what's it called? Caicedo in the pivot role. They bring Palmer to the 10, which would have actually been a better one than having Jackson and Broya playing up front. Because as Jackson looks to have moved to the left side because we have seen more of Raheem Sterling on the right side. But it hasn't really looked potent for Jackson on that left side. This is not Sheffield United. We praised him against Sheffield United when he was playing very good on the wing, like the winger that other day. But today he has actually been encaved by the Newcastle defenders. You need a fast runner. You need a player who can hold on to the ball, who can dribble straight into the box and create chances. And I think that is what Modric can actually bring into this game for Chelsea.
Yeah, that's what Modric can bring to this game. Middlesbrough just made it 3-0. It seems it's a Cinderella ride for Middlesbrough. They are still going to continue to the semi-final of the English Football League Cup right there. So it's Middlesbrough 3, Port Vale 0, away at Port Vale in the 55th minute of that encounter. Still 1-0 to Fulham in the 59th minute of that encounter at the Goodison Park. Now, the gaffer, what do you expect Pochettino to do in the second half?
Well, you have seen it on the midfield. Enzo is out, and I think like Shegu said, he needs to make good use of the wingers, solidify the wing so that we can have run into. Newcastle, they are not their side, the team, they are very strong, and when if you look at what they are doing, they are always all of them at the back behind the ball, all men behind the ball. So whenever Chelsea are holding the ball, they have to be in their A game to beat both the midfield and the defense before they can get a goal. So it has been very difficult for Chelsea. So what Pochettino should do, to me, I don't know why Cucurella is not in this game.
It's injured to February.
Okay, it's into February.
It's out to February.
So it will have been one instrumental players that would have, I think, featured in this.
My problem actually is that this is a Carabao Cup. There's no point. You have a natural left back in your mid. There's no point bringing your mid in around the 80th minute if you can't trust him right from the first game, from the first minute. How do you trust your player if you are not playing them? How do you want them to grow in confidence if you are not playing them? Put Messi, let him play as the left back, no matter how worse he is. This is a Carabao Cup. Let him.
But it's the quarterfinal.
Is Petrovic not starting?
But because the number one goalkeeper was injured.
Because he's injured. If Colby was injured before this game, and Colby is a central back, if Colby was injured this game, Are we going to put a midfielder as the left back?
But
It's not it's not
but
still the
do
same
you know that
Yamete
it's
that
the
going to
coach
trust.
too that sees them in training?
I'm asking, it's not the same Yamete he will still trust if Kolu was not available for this game.
Yeah, but there
What
are
is just
hierarchies
then
too.
if you can trust him right from the game. Even we're talking about that hierarchy, I've not really seen much from Colby going forward. That's the difference between when you are playing at your natural position or you are playing as a makeshift. It's not working. It's not working for Chelsea.
Yeah, it's not working for Chelsea right there. So far, the wings has not really supported the attack. You can see the players coming out right there at the Stamford Bridge. It's going to be a restart as soon as possible at the Stamford Bridge. You can see Casado talking to Jackson right there. And let's see if Chelsea can come back into this game and maybe do the unthinkable or let's say the expected based on the history of the club. There's going to be a substitution for Chelsea
Malo Gusto, that is
and
it. Bring in the
it's
right back.
Malo Gusto that is coming in for Chelsea. And Karen Trippier too is also coming in for Newcastle in that
Look at
encounter.
that potence. Look at
And
it.
also
God.
Bond too is coming in for Newcastle in that encounter. So the second half is about a kickstart. Malo Gusto is already in for Chelsea. Karen Trippier is in for Newcastle and Bond too is in for Newcastle. So it's Newcastle that is about to restart the game. And the referee blows his whistle. So it's Newcastle now playing from right to left. And Chelsea playing from left to right. Let's see if Chelsea will actually do something special. It's free kick to Chelsea, Malo Gusto. And Colwill was the one who had to make way for Malo Gusto right there. And let's see what Malo Gusto can do playing from the left hand side
I've been vindicated here. Because
of
Cole was not in
the,
that game in the first half at all.
of
He was
the
nowhere to be found.
game. So let's see if Gallagher or Kopama will try to do something special from this free kick spot. And let me go to you because for me, and a quick confirmation, Botman was withdrawn for Bourne for Newcastle and Kraft was withdrawn for Trippier. And that free kick comes in from Gallagher and they couldn't find any Chelsea player. It's Ryan Sterling who placed it back into the box, a long one. But that's just like a back pass to the goalkeeper.
And to no one in particular.
Looking at the way this is, as far as I'm concerned, Colwill was not doing much joining the attack in the first half.
He wasn't doing much
being withdrawn right now, what should we be expecting from Malo Gusto?
Well, Malo Gusto is still being played out of position. I don't really know the program with Pochettino, Chelsea, and Liam Mason. Because when you look at Liam Mason, this is a player that plays for the Dutch national team, and you expect him to be playing. He should be getting playing time at Chelsea in competitions like this. But the problem is when Colby, who is not a central back, who is not a left back, is starting ahead of you. And when the coach is making substitution and bringing a right back to come and play as a left back even ahead of you, then there's a big problem going on probably in the training for the coach not to trust in his abilities. Yeah. I think by January Chelsea should let him go because that guy is too good to be sitting.
I don't think he's too
wasting
good.
He's wasting.
I don't think it's too good.
I'm watching Yamis
because if it's that
I've
good,
been watching Yamis right from the Chelsea youth team. I saw him play with Burnley last season in the championship. And when you're good, you're actually good.
Yes, but it depends on levels.
Just played a full season with Wigan before going straight into the Chelsea starting 11.
Yeah.
There are ways you bring in players. If he's not getting playing times, how do you want him to stay match fit? That is it.
But watching the way Chelsea has deployed the Yamis in this season, he has played more of the attack than defending. So if you can actually absorb the coach for not really trusting him defensively. So it's game on in that encounter. Thiago Silva, who finds Disasi. Disasi actually wins that throw-in for Chelsea at the 48th minute of that encounter. So it's Badashi who is now in possession of the ball and who returns it back to Thiago Silva, who moves with the ball, trying to calm the pace of the game at this point in time. The Gaffer,
Yeah.
what do you expect Newcastle to do in this second half?
Well, is to keep on doing what they have been doing. They've been.
And is Broja now on the attack in Newcastle's final third and waiting for any Chelsea player to arrive until most of the Newcastle players are back in the defense. And it's Cole Palmer with the ball. And he plays that shot but was deflected off for a corner kick to Chelsea at the 49th minute of that encounter.
Even if Chelsea can have about 3 or 4 players like Opama at the front, it will really be a different season for Chelsea because that is the only positivity in Chelsea's attack. That young man is the only one moving the attack for Chelsea.
And let's see if another player will step up. Gallagher plays that short one and to Kopama, who finds Gusto. And another pass back to Kopama, who finds and it's Gallagher, but it was easily dispossessed right there and leaving Newcastle to attack. But the unexpected player right there, Jackson, came to the rescue. It seems like Anthony Gordon is injured
better he just
right
go
there.
out because there has been a big problem for Chelsea in this encounter. And I'm always scared whenever I see him moving on and running against the defense because we know how good he is when he's facing off against any right back in this world.
So we know how he's good right there. So it's still Chelsea 1-0 down at the Stamford Bridge in the quarterfinals of this EFL Cup fixture. So a quick update from that game in the Bundesliga. Dortmund Mainz. Dortmund leading Dortmund 1, Mainz 1. 81st minute of that game, Offenheim 3, Darmstadt 2. And in the Spanish La Liga, Sevilla is currently leading 2-0 away at Granada at the 41st minute of that game. And Atletico Madrid has just gotten a red card at the 39th minute of that game. Who got that red card is it's Savage who has gotten a second yellow card and received his matching order. So it's still 0-0 in that encounter in the Spanish La Liga. And Anthony Gordon is down right there. I think he needs medical attention.
It might just be
He most likely
another
might not
Chelsea
be.
boy who will be coming in there with all. Might
Yeah.
just be the one coming in to face against his parents' club.
Yeah, let's see. Not parents club. Is he on loan also?
He's on loan.
Oh, okay, so that's his parents club. So let's see if Anthony Gordon will be able to
I don't think
continue.
he can continue.
And I don't think
Sorry,
it seems he
sorry,
will
Joe.
join the long list of injured Newcastle players.
But I think it's from that hit to the first half.
That's a red card offense.
No, from the first half. It's
From the first half, I think that's it.
He hasn't really looked okay since then. I think
Yeah.
probably Caicedo really took more for his team in the first minute.
Yeah.
But since that first minute tackle, we've not really seen much from Anthony Gordon in this
Yeah.
game. Oh, his Richie was
And
just
it's
not,
Richie
that we saw.
who has come on for Anthony Gordon right there at the 52nd minute of that encounter. So it's Chelsea still playing from left to right. Malo Gusto trying to run from the defense to the attack right there. And is Gallagher who tries to find Jackson. And Jackson with the ball right now. Let's see what can he do with the ball. And he takes on to and he plays it into space. But it was a fruitless effort from Jackson right there. I think these Chelsea players need to understand the weight of the club they are playing for.
Yeah, I mean, they are as good as what they are playing. That is what I just feel like. It's not like they are world-class players who just are packing or who just are parading. These are young players who are still upcoming, who are still building of their future. So it's not really the players' fault because that's why I put it in quotes. They are as good as what they're playing. I think that's one of the problems. You see how much they've been losing to ball in dangerous positions to Newcastle. Look at that run from Ali Gusto. That sums why Chelsea have just been playing more of passes within their own box and not getting into threatening areas in Newcastle half of it of the pitch. Because you know that if they lose the ball to Newcastle there, it's really going to be a problem for them defending against Newcastle in numbers. So let's see what they will just make out of this. It's really important they just attack, hold on to the ball, have be potent with the ball. It's not really about just passing along the line. Get into scoring positions against Newcastle. That is what is very much important to do.
Yeah, you can see the thrill of Mudryk, Ian Mason that Shegun has been calling for, and Christopher Nkunku right there, that they are warming up and they might have a taste of the action anytime from now. So let's see if they will come on in this fixture. So it's Malo Gusto playing currently in possession of the ball. Finds Gallagher finds Caicedo, who has been comfortable playing on a yellow card since the early stages of the first half. So let's see if he can actually hold his own till the end. So
and this is the third time Nkunku will warm up in Chelsea match.
Second match. Second is going to play today.
This is the third time.
And that's a long pass to Broja. Can he do something profitable with it? And he tries to find space, but it was well marked out right there by the Newcastle player to clear to Caicedo, who finds Kopama right there. Oh, that's Malo Gusto who turns right there and drops the pass into the box for Broja, who finds Jackson, and he plays it. And Jackson misses. Jackson has done what Jackson has.
But that was selfish for him. That was actually selfish for him. Because there was no point you turning there.
Look at that beautiful attempt.
That control was right. Place it down, find Raheem Sterling there. Even though we know that Raheem Sterling might actually waste that off. But just set Raheem Sterling, not you turning. There was no point turning there. You had about 3 men cycling you. Just set that for Raheem Sterling.
Well, the hallmark of the Chelsea season, you can see how passionate Shegun was really analyzing that lost attempt right there.
If that was Newcastle, I'm going to analyze that. If that was for Newcastle also.
Yeah, but you won't be that passionate. And that's a good shot from Sterling that brought out a very good save from Dubravka right there. That's what we expect from Sterling, an experienced player. It seems Chelsea are now going all out against Newcastle, with Malo Gusto being one of the positives in this second half so far. Kopama plays it into the box, but it was well headed out by the Newcastle player.
Solomon, do you see now the difference between you having a fullback on the pitch? A fullback understands.
And that's a good chance for Malo Gusto.
Actually wrong. That was wrong.
Yeah.
You should have controlled that ball and probably take a shot against Dubravka there. And that is the difference when you have a fullback and a makeshift. Colby was a makeshift. We are not seeing this attacking movement from Colby in the first half because he is not a left back or he is not a fullback. Now see what Malo Gusto has brought into this game. Look at how much Malo Gusto has joined the attack and creating spaces for what's it called, for Jackson or Broja, whoever falls to his position or to his wing. And look at the closeness, how they've been playing very close to each other. That is one thing I really expect from Chelsea in this game. My next substitution will be Disasi going out, bringing another fullback, natural fullback to play this game. That is how Chelsea can join the attack and enjoy free flow of football.
Yeah. You know, you can't take a natural.
Within 3 minutes, they had 3 chances.
But what did they do with it?
But
they also created chances.
Not like this.
What they did with it was they did with the chances created was they did a Chelsea with it.
So, are you trying to say the definition of Chelsea now is to miss chances?
It's missing chances.
Wow.
That is it.
Yeah, the hallmark of a terrible season so far for Chelsea Football Club, who spent over $1 billion in the transfer window and nothing to show for it yet. Let's see if, because the season is not up already. But putting it to you, Shegun, what do you think can change the direction of the Chelsea team?
Well, it's not like
Chelsea season.
I think the January transfer window is closed. I think we need to go into the market and try to get a clinical striker. That is our biggest problem this season. It's a clinical striker. They need to get a striker. I've seen some names and I saw a name being quoted with 80 million euros. I'm sorry, I'm not really interested in that.
And who's
Right
the
now, I
name?
don't know the name. I don't want to mention names here.
Okay.
But right now, we need a striker who is clinical and has the experience. I would really expect Chelsea going into the market for strikers like either Ivan Toney or going to the market for Victor Osimhen. Go
Yeah.
out and spend the money.
But do you
big
think
on
those
big
players will want to
Yeah,
come
no,
to Chelsea?
no, it's not really, that is one problem.
Because
Right,
Chelsea is not in Europe.
one, it's not even about being in Europe. We are not in Europe when we signed Enzo Fernandez.
Yeah, but that was a
And he
whole
came
lot
into
of-
Chelsea. This was a player who was playing in the Champions League with Benfica before
But
coming
you
into
can't
Chelsea.
compare.
And the biggest problem with Chelsea getting
No, Chelsea was still in the Champions League when Enzo
He
came.
also played in the Champions League.
Yes.
So
Yeah, Chelsea was in the
the
Champions League.
biggest problem with getting Victor Osimhen to Chelsea would be what's it called, the salary structure at Chelsea, because Chelsea will have to find a way of putting aside the salary.
The salary
structure
structure.
to get
Sterling is on 350.
Sterling wasn't bought by what's it called, by the new owner.
It was
So,
bought by the new owner.
Todd Boy,
Yes.
Raheem Sterling,
Yes.
Todd Boy
Yes.
last season.
Yes. It
Was
was
that the
bought
beginning of
last
the
season.
season?
Yes, beginning
But
of the season.
we still had what's it called? No, he hasn't brought in his own structures when they bought on.
He was the one that signed the.
They were still looking for his what's it called? This statement, all this statement signed was what they were doing with Raheem Sterling.
Yeah.
But you look at the players they bought, even when spending that big money on Modric, how much is Modric earning at Chelsea? It's earning less than 200k. How much is Caicedo earning at Chelsea? How much is what's it called? Enzo Fernandez earning at Chelsea? These players are earning less than 300k. Will Osimhen earn less than 300k at Chelsea? No. Whoever is signing Osimhen now has to pay close to £500,000 a week.
And so let's say it's Caicedo in possession of the ball. Who finds Gallagher? Gallagher finds Malo Gusto, who has had a positive impact so far since he came on for Lewy Colwill. So let's see if Colwill will actually step up in the next game. It's Caicedo who finds Gallagher. Gallagher finds Sterling. But
passes are overrated.
it seems Chelsea are struggling to stream passes together right there. Badashil finds Thiago Silva, 61st minute of this encounter. Still Chelsea won't go down at the Stamford Bridge. With Chelsea doing what they like doing, possessing the ball and not doing something profitable with it.
Now, right now, the difference with the way they were possessing the first half and the second half right now is that they are now trying to create holes and pockets in the Newcastle half, and that is where the problem has really been for them. Trying to sting those passes between the Newcastle players and trying to create one or two chances in between those close.
And it's Jackson on the attack right there. Let's see what can he do with it. He finds Sterling. Sterling cuts into the box and he passes to Broja. Broja finds Kopama. Kopama with a touch and it's back out to Disasi. And it's still Gallagher who sends the pass back to Disasi. Disasi finds Gallagher. Gallagher sends it back to Disasi. Disasi wants in and he plays that cross. But that was a good save.
Into the hands of Nebraska.
Yeah, so it's game on in that encounter. Still Newcastle leading 1-0. Now, Solomon, looking at the way Chelsea has been trying to ask the right questions against Newcastle, don't you think it's high time Newcastle start taking the game to Chelsea?
Yeah, sometimes once you are wounded, you look more dangerous than somebody who. To me, Chelsea have to be more dangerous than Newcastle right now because they are wounded in their own home. You understand? So that's why you see all the fights taking, and it's just like you think this is a game plan for Newcastle. This to me is not a game plan. They have been when they talk of possession, Chelsea have actually taken the possession out of their hand. It's not like they can't do more than what they are doing now. Because Chelsea, to me, they are wounded and they have limited time. So you see what I'm saying? Now, another opportunity for Chelsea.
And it's an offside against Broja.
Wow.
But that was not an offside to me.
That should be an offside. I think it was an offside position.
Let's see.
Look at it.
It was.
That's not an offside.
It was. Look at his leg. It was in offside position.
So, it's game on in that encounter with Newcastle. About to restart the game with a free kick. 80th minute of that encounter between Everton and Fulham. It's Fulham leading away at Everton. Funnily, the goal was an own goal from an Everton player. So, this Fulham leading 81st minute of that encounter, 1 goal to nil. And Middlesbrough, 77th minute of that encounter, still leading 3 goals to nil. It's Chelsea on the attack with Sterling, who tries to find Jackson right there. What can he do with the ball? And Jackson does what he does, likes doing the most.
No, that was not even selfish, but wayward pass.
Unnecessary
That
pass,
was a wayward pass.
academic mistakes here and there from the boy. I think it's that time he starts spending time on the bench.
Well, if he's going to spend time on the bench, who's going to start? There's still no potential.
There's Nkunku.
Nkunku's just coming back from injury. You don't just want to push Nkunku into a game of football to start 90 minutes. We tried that with what's it called with Reece James, and we know where he is today. These are glass-legged footballers.
But I think the case with Reece James is him not accepting to take that surgery.
Let's say the outcome.
Because when you look at another player that went out was Broja. Broja came in.
Broja was ACL.
Yes,
not
out.
New or hamstring.
ACL is around the knee.
No, it's knee injury is different from ACL injury.
ACL is also in the knee. That's what
ACL is a tendon.
Yeah.
But it's not a new injury.
Yeah.
This guy injury is not ACL injury. What's it called? It's just not ACL. There's no how you go out with ACL. You have to do surgery.
It's Malo Gusto who plays it back to Sterling, and Sterling returns it to Malo Gusto and plays it into the box. But the Chelsea player couldn't connect to that. And you can hear that question from Shegun to Wu. And Newcastle cleared that one easily, as if there was no pressure. So it's Thiago Silva in possession of the ball, and Everton just equalized. 82nd minute of that encounter, Everton just equalized. I think that's the goal from Beto right there. Beto right there. And I don't think there's a VAR in this game. So
no, there's no VAR. There's no VAR. And after 90 minutes, it's straight to penalties.
It's straight to penalties. So let's see. Look at.
But right now, the possession playing from Chelsea is actually better than the possession played in the first half. Because right now, they are putting themselves in pockets of space. They're finding themselves in holes around them, Newcastle. I think right now they're playing with a lot of confidence that they can go in and out Newcastle where it matters a lot. And let's just see if they can create that final touch. That final touch has been what has eluded them in this game. They need to just find a way and be potent and be clinical up front.
Yeah, they need to be clinical up front. It's Chelsea back in possession of the ball, passing the ball around in the half of Newcastle. And let's see if Chelsea can do something positive with all this possession. Badashil sends it to Malo Gusto, who has shown intention. She's coming in for Chelsea at the beginning of the second half. So it's Thiago Silva who finds Disasi on the right-hand flanks with Gallagher, and turning right, returns it back to Disasi. Disasi finds Gallagher. Gallagher tries to turn and tries to find a 1-2 with Kopama, but Gallagher had to return it back to Thiago Silva. And is Newcastle marking the lines for Chelsea, not allowing Chelsea to break the lines. Disasi returns it back to Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva finds Badashil. Badashil finds Malo Gusto, who will try to move the ball, and he returns it back to Caicedo. Caicedo finds Kopama, who returns it back to him.
Look at the run.
And Caicedo returns it back to Thiago Silva, who finds Kopama. Kopama finds Gallagher, who plays that shot. But a wayward shot, which went way off target from the Chelsea captain tonight. So,
frustration.
Frustration right there for the Chelsea players. And you can see...
It looks like Palmer might just be going. I said Palmer. What's it called? Jackson might just be going out.
Yeah, it should be going out. In fact, it should be out of this field as soon as possible. As far as I'm concerned. So, you can see Christopher Nkunku getting instructions right there from the Chelsea coaching staff. And let's see, when it comes on into this game, let's see, if you bring the magic that he was known to be doing for both French national team and his former club, Leipzig Football Club of Germany. So, it's Badashil right there, who finds Caicedo. Caicedo returns it back to Petrovic. And one thing I've noticed, Solomon, is that how confident Petrovic was is on the ball is different, is better than
I think
Sanchez.
He should be Chelsea starting goalkeeper, right? Any moment for any after this game of going forward, he should be Chelsea starting goalkeeper. Look at the confidence. Look at how he spaces the ball. Look at how he shields the ball. Far better than what I've seen from Robert Sanchez this season.
Yeah. So it's still Chelsea are trying to take, but they got dispossessed by Newcastle right there. But Thiago Silva got into that tackle, and is Newcastle who has a free kick through Livramento, the former Chelsea player right there.
The substitution.
So Christopher Nkunku is coming in, the long-awaited Chelsea player is waiting to make his debut. And a lot of Chelsea fans can't wait for this substitution in the first 11, Shegun.
It's really about is Nkunku built to play as the central forward for Chelsea, or is it bought to play more as a winger or as the attacking midfielder for Chelsea? That's really the question. Because I don't really see him as more as a nine.
But
I see him more as an
Chelsea, Chelsea has been struggling with getting goals. And Nkunku was the highest goal scorer last season in Bundesliga. Don't you think he should just...
You know, to me, a lot of Chelsea fans are waiting for Nkunku because most of the, what we analysts, we know that Jackson have not actually lived up to expectation. And we know that Chelsea needs a finisher, a striker. And sometimes we're talking about alternative to alternative. We talked about Broja. Broja came in, and it was not. I think it's not same to same. It's not,
So he has not been the
striker. So but let's see what the Nkunku brings to the party. We're waiting for him, and here he is, and let's see if he can give us what we want.
So let's say if he can give the Chelsea fans what the Chelsea fans want, and surprisingly, Atletico Madrid with a man down, they are a goal up via Antoine Griezmann in the 44th minute of that encounter. So it's Atletico Madrid leading 1-0 against
That's how you're supposed to run towards it. So that run was wrong.
And that game is at halftime. It's also halftime in the game between Granada and Sevilla. And Sevilla still leading 2-0. It ended at Dortmund 1-1 against Mainz. Leipzig played a 1-1 draw. Hoffenheim played a 3-3 draw against Darmstadt. It was an harvest of draws in the Bundesliga. So, back to the game. The League Cup games is Everton 1-1 at the 89th minute of that encounter. And Middlesbrough still leading 3-0 against Port Vale. And Chelsea, 71st minute of that encounter, still 1 goal down to Newcastle at home. So it's been an interesting night so far. Sterling has just been booked for diving right there. So now looking at it, Shegun, don't you think it's now time for Sterling to leave the field?
I think if there's going to be another substitution for Chelsea in this game, it has to be Raheem Sterling going out for Mirko Modric in this encounter. I think looking at how much Chelsea has been attacking against Newcastle in this game, it's needed to bring in a player like Modric, who is full of runnings and direct runnings. They can win so many things for Chelsea up front. And since you have a striker who is clinical, the kind of Nkunku, though I don't want to put a lot of pressure on him. This is just his debut game in England. He's just getting to play in the he's yet to play in the EPL. Sorry, this is his first game on English soil. So he still needs time to gel and get involved to know how the flow of game is in England. So still need a lot of time. So I don't want to put a lot of pressure on him. All right, Sterling has done his best, has done his part in this encounter, but I think it's about time. Just take him out of this game. It's
about time. Yeah, Sterling gets withdrawn. And Cole Palmer tries to find Nkunku, who drops it for Broja. Broja tries to find Nkunku, but hey, that pass met a lot of bodies on the way. So it's Petrovic. You need to just look at the distribution of Petrovic. He's just doing it as if he's a natural number 10.
I'm so impressed with him today. I think he has actually done enough to lay claims to the first shirt as
Said.
the first goalkeeper for Chelsea going forward this season.
And then
Before we begin to say he's the first goalkeeper, we've always we always saw his distribution, ball distribution,
yeah.
use
His
of leg.
handling has
But
been good.
when it comes to stopping of goals, stopping of ball, we have not really seen much of him
Mm.
because he has not been tested. But another thing again is that anytime he's on the goal post, the defense is always good. You understand? I don't know. I don't
More
know.
confident.
More confident. It's always good. And if not because of that error they got, it will have been another clean sheet for him. You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? But let's see. The only thing I want to see now is how he can stop, all those angle placement. If he can get that there, the number one shirt is waiting for him.
Yeah, so let's see if the number one shirt will be his at the end of the day. It seems Sanchez will be out for a while, maybe a few weeks, maybe 2-3 months. We don't know. We just wish him quick recovery and he can get back to action on time. One thing every team will want is a strong competition at every wing or maybe every department of the team generally. So it's an healthy competition right there at the goalkeeping spot for Chelsea Football Club. So it's free kick to Newcastle. Bruno Guimaraes plays that one straight, very fast, and it's Newcastle via Livramento trying to attack with the ball. And let's see what they can do with it. Playing a quick 1-2, but it's game on. Referee says play on. And Casado finds Okuku. Sterling runs into space. What can he do? He finds it. Oh, that was a long pass from Okuku, but he couldn't get to that pass on time.
That was the wrong pass from
Yeah.
Sterling also. That was the wrong pass.
There was too much weight on that pass. Yeah, so it's Casado who finds Kopama. And Kopama returns it back to Badashi.
I think looking at that counter from Chelsea there, I think one thing of Newcastle is so much careful of right now is going all out to attack against Chelsea. You'll see more of defending from Newcastle for the remainder of this game than them attacking against Chelsea.
Yeah, they will defend more and more in this game because they actually need to keep the game at that one goal cushion. So in the game between Everton and Fulham, they are already in the third minute of the 7 minute additional time. Still 1-1. It's going to be straight to penalties if the results stay that way at the Goodison Park. So let's see if Everton he will be playing against his former employers right there. So let's see if Fulham or Everton will be the ones going into the semi-final of the League Cup. So it's Malo Gusto who finds and it's Gallagher back in possession of that ball. And he runs with the ball. He sets it to Disasi. Disasi, he finds Gallagher right there. He returns it back to Thiago Silva. Let's see if they can actually find something special. Malo Gusto right there. He finds Casado. Casado gives it to Sterling. Sterling tries to run with the ball. A quick 1-2 right there. Sterling in the box. And he tries to cut in. But it was dispossessed right there. And it's Chelsea back in possession of the ball right there. Play on in that encounter. The Newcastle player forming to be down. So ran off that is this referee was there. So it's Chelsea back in possession with the ball. Disasi had to find Thiago Silva back. And with Badashi, who finds Casado. Casado playing confidently after going on a yellow card since the early members of this game. Malo Gusto finds Sterling, and Sterling finds Casado again. Let's see if Chelsea can do something profitable from this possession. And Malo Gusto tries to face the ball, and he passes the ball, and it's Gallagher running into that challenge. But it was dispossessed by the Newcastle player, who had to force a throw-in off Casado in the 78th minute of that encounter. And we can see Disasi being withdrawn for Ian Mason. It seems Pochettino listened to what...
Why wait?
Yeah, and that's the right question right there. Why wait till the dying minute?
Because we've seen Disasi right from the first half. he's always a kind of reserve. He's not really going out. How many crosses are we seeing from what's it called from disaster in the first half? He's
Mm.
not a natural fullback.
Yeah.
And now these are
But
the
he
two
actually
substitutions.
did well in this.
No, he did for even Colby did well defensively in the first half.
Mm.
But attacking wise, they've not really been.
They've not really
See
been.
Gusto since joining the attack for Chelsea.
Yeah.
It has really been good up front.
Mm.
Now bring in another fullback. Let us see what they will bring into this game.
Mm.
And I think the next 15 minutes probably will be seeing one goal from Chelsea, one or two goals from Chelsea already.
Yeah, so let's say if what Shegun said will come to pass. You can see Shegun had a passionate Chelsea fan talking passionately about the Chelsea Football Club. So Sevilla now leading 3-0, 54th minute of that encounter. And 93rd minute of that encounter between Middlesbrough and Port Vale. It's Middlesbrough leading 3-0 already. Still Chelsea won't go down at the Stamford Bridge against Newcastle. And is Ian Mason back at his natural left-back position? Let's see if we actually do something special from that position. So, is Chelsea...
Newcastle in the train.
Oh, I think it's Newcastle now who has a throw-in at the 80th minute of this encounter. Solomon, now, looking at those substitution from Chelsea, what do you think is the intention of Pochettino right now?
Yeah, the intention is to have a player who can run in between players, who have that space, who have that. You see, bringing Modric, you know what the one beautiful thing about Modric, he can run in between players. He have the pace, he have the skills, and also have the ball control. So with him, I think he can run in and create chance for Nkuku, who we all have been waiting to score his first goal. So let's see what it brings to the party.
Wait,
Yeah.
let's just say Modric with ball control.
Yes, he has ball control.
Seriously,
Of course.
Modric.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you can see Malo Gusto playing on the natural right
What
back
was that?
position,
Who's
and
that
Nkuku
again?
right there making that mistake. You can pardon him. Match fitness is hard to come by
Well,
these
you
days
can't pardon,
because
Balashi.
he has been playing. He has match
Let's
fitness.
continue.
And so Everton breakdown time right there. I think that will
It's
be
getting
straight
to penalty.
to penalties in that encounter. So let's see if Chelsea can come back into this game. They are already down at the Stamford Bridge in that encounter. So it's game on. 81st minute of that encounter. Livramento with the ball. And it won't be a funny night if Chelsea actually crash out of the Carabao Cup because of that defensive error.
One thing we have to lead to a goal. This is not the first time we are considering goals due to defensive error. This is not the first time we are losing games due to defensive error. So it's not really like a different game. It happens and you lose 1-0 probably because you did take your chance.
Yeah.
What happens to your attackers after that error? We've seen Chelsea with about four to five clear-cut chances and they couldn't just convert.
Especially Sterling.
So we really need to question the Chelsea attackers also.
Yeah, and looking at the way this okay, is Malo Gusto trying to go on the attack. He finds Gallagher. Gallagher returns it to Malo Gusto, who finds a low cross
Nobody
into
was
the box.
expecting that.
It was cleared by the Newcastle player. It's Thiago Silva who throws that one fast straight to Malo Gusto, who finds Thiago Silva to Bardashil. Bardashil finds Ian Mason, the natural left back, coming into this game. And let's see if his naturality will have an influence on this game already. So it's Thiago Silva back in possession of the ball. Let's see if he can do something special. Finds Malo Gusto, who finds Kopama. Kopama who turns and tries to set a pass. And it's Ian Mason who gets that one back to Gallagher. Gallagher finds Malo Gusto, who crossed the ball into the box. And the header right there was easily saved by Dubravka. And that header was deflected by the Newcastle player. The header coming from Christopher Onkoko. And we have a message here from Mary Olugbodi. as an Arsenal fan watching from away, it has been a fantastic analysis from the studio, but my own input on this match is that I can't figure any improvement from Chelsea, and I have not been productive in this match. It meant to say. He also said they've missed lots of chances of goals. They've missed lots of chances, but that's what they are trained to do by disappointing their fans. Arsenal for life, bro.
If it was a neutral fan that said that, I would have checked it and said, okay, yes, it was actually right. But putting Arsenal in between, then I saw the banter. I knew where the banter was coming from. No problem. But I'll let him know that Arsenal, they've also been through this process. They went through this process post Arsenal Wenger. So it's just a normal process that Chelsea are going through. And rightly said, Chelsea are going to overcome it. That is surely going to happen.
And the game between Port Vale and Middlesbrough has just come to an end. Middlesbrough taking that game 3-0 right there. So we are about to see the start of the penalty shootout between Everton and Fulham. And we know one thing about Pickford. He likes picking up penalties. So it's Malo Gusto right there trying to take the game to, and it's a good pass to Malo Gusto from Casado crossing to the box. But there was no Chelsea player to connect that. Now, that becomes the questions. Shegun, where is Nkuku since he came in?
Oh, where has he been?
On the field of play.
No, he has actually connected so well for Chelsea. We've seen a lot of attacking work from Chelsea. From Nkuku, the movement is there, the touches is there. How much he has dictated passes with his teammates has actually been shown in this game. So I think the future is actually bright for him at Chelsea. But I don't really want to put a lot of pressure.
And that's a good cross from Modric.
It's actually a bad cross.
But sorry, a terrible one. It finally came up to be.
The substitution has actually opened up the gap of the defense.
The substitution has actually worked.
Yeah, it's actually worked.
Look at how much Chelsea have attacked with intentions against Newcastle. Unlike the first half, that was why I was calling for this substitution early on in this game. He needs to trust his players. He needs to trust them. If you don't make mistake, there's no how you're going to get better in it. You're trusting this Badashim. Badashim making an error today doesn't mean he won't start during the weekend against Wolverhampton. So why are you not scared of starting a player like Yamati?
So Everton already converted their first penalty in that fixture against Fulham right there. So it's game on in that encounter. Let's see who will actually go home with the prize. So it's Chelsea still trying to find a way to break down Newcastle, who has been clearing their lines from every angle. So it's Casado in possession of the ball.
We should stand up and play on. And Casado is on a yellow card.
Yes, that's a yellow card to Callum Wilson. Yeah, the referee says, come on, get up and take it. Took it right there. So it's 87 minutes of that encounter, still Fulham leading 1-0. And let's see if Chelsea can do the magic and actually come back.
I don't really think there's any comeback in this game. This game is looking like done and dusted already.
Yeah, you heard Shegun said that it looks done and dusted. The gaffer, what are you saying?
No, it's not over yet. The match is not over yet. Anything can happen. Anything can happen. I don't look down on the team that is fighting. This fighting spirit is there back in Chelsea, and they are willing to get a goal. They have been trying all the possible. And you can see
that's a good trust. Oh my goodness!
Livramento was almost giving.
Livramento just scored an own goal right there. Almost scored an own goal. Sorry, with that header.
No, he wasn't scoring an own goal. He was assisting a Chelsea player.
Wow.
So Modric placed the corner kick into the box, and he couldn't find any Chelsea player. See Chelsea back in possession of the ball with Cole Palmer right there, who just to play it in, but it was deflected right there.
Wow.
And
good one.
That was a good touch from the Newcastle player right there. Ian Mason runs to the rescue. Petrovic, who calmly finds Gallagher, who tries to attack with the ball again.
See, I don't even want to hear anything about Robert
Sanchez
Sanchez again. Petrovic should just beat for Chelsea right now.
Yeah, it's so balanced. Psychological
And
passes are excellent.
look at Chelsea attacking in Newcastle's final third. Nkunku returning the ball back to Gallagher. Casedo finds Gallagher again, who finds Malo Gusto, who tries to play the ball, but it was shaded there and returns back to reset again. Hallmark of Chelsea just dominating the ball in their own area of the game. And Mudryk was easily dispossessed right there. And Chelsea lost possession right there. Let's see if they can get that one back in time before it gets too late. So, it's Casedo, who has been impressive today, and no doubt he has been one of the most impressive
He has
players
been
this year.
even not just one of it. He has really been the most impressive player in this game for Chelsea. To think that he got that yellow card very early in this game, second minute, and playing with that composure for the remainder 88 minutes of this game is top notch.
And it's Gallagher who dribbles and runs into the box. But hey, Livramento did a good job on him. And he's still in the box.
And that's the penalty.
So,
And the referee says it's not a penalty.
That was diving. That was actually a dive. That was actually a dive. So it should be play on.
But there was a contact. There was a
He put
contact.
himself in
No
position.
VAR.
He put himself in position
But-
like that. The referee is right there in front of him.
Yeah,
Look at that.
Just
Look
put
at that.
himself in that position. You'll see it again.
so let's see.
It wasn't a penalty, or if there was a touch, there wasn't a touch. There was no touch.
So you go yellow card.
He wanted to sell
That's a
a
dive.
he wanted to sell a penalty.
there was no
to
touch.
TJ. He wanted to
Oh,
sell a penalty
yeah.
to Livramento,
Yeah,
And it was wise.
but he didn't buy that.
yeah, the referee didn't buy that. He said, no way. It's going to be a
And
goal
that was
kick.
supposed to even be a yellow card to
Mhm.
Gallagher.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's see. Yeah, we are already in the 90th minute of this game already.
Wow, 1-0.
Igor Livingston says, why is an elephant fan talking trash and talking
One
trash?
card by Petrovic.
6 minutes additional time.
So let's see if Chelsea can
that
do
6
something.
minutes?
Yes, that's 4 minutes
4 minutes
additional
is too
time.
small.
Yeah. You can hear Shegun say
This
that.
game is not endosted for 1-0.
Yeah.
It's not endosted.
But
good
one
game of-
thing
good-
is-
good game of football from Chelsea.
Yeah,
It's
Chelsea
an
doesn't deserve to
impressive-
lose.
It's an impressive game of football from Chelsea.
Mm.
They can only just build on this.
And Fulham just lost their penalty right there. And oh my goodness, Fulham just lost that penalty. I think it was saved by Pickford. Pickford saved that one.
That's why it's England #1. Look at that.
I think it was
It
out,
was
of his line.
but there's no VAR. So
I think it was out of his line before he dived for that ball. So,
Onana.
back to the game between Chelsea. And if Everton scores this penalty, they'll be home and dry. So,
Onana.
and Onana scored it. And he played
What was that?
It was a back
And
pass.
that was like a back pass.
What was that
and
from
Leno
Onana?
grabbed that easily.
Opportunity to win
And
the match.
Malo Gusto crossed the ball into the box, but nobody to connect. And that's
Look at that!
And
I saw that!
just got that equalizer. Second minute of additional time right there. That was a defensive error from Karen
Trippier.
Trippier.
No,
Wow.
What do you call it?
Karen Trippier.
Defensive
Error.
Defensive error, yes.
Wow.
That's a defensive error from him.
Yeah.
That is a lifeline.
That is the fight. That is
yeah,
the
you
spirit.
can see the camera on him too.
Now there's no point. Even if Chelsea are losing this game by penalty, they deserve this goal.
Look at this. Why will you do this in the box? That's what I'm saying, that it doesn't, no player, he wants to put it on his head and clear it. But there's the first safety rule. You play to the side, either your corner kick or you play to
But
the
you have to
throw.
give it. You have to give it.
That's the issue I had with
You have to give it. No,
Badeshir.
he was trying to control. Look at it. He was also trying to control.
That's what I'm saying. There will be intention before a mistake. That means his calculation was wrong.
He wasn't looking at his back.
Yes.
He didn't see what's it called?
Mm.
Modric on his
He
his
couldn't
rear
look
side.
at the
But
back.
you have to
His
also
back
give
at
it to
that time.
Modric for that run. That
Yeah.
was a good run.
Yeah.
That
Then
was
Well
his
calculated.
pace.
but it was well calculated.
Then
He
his
saw that
pace.
ball coming.
Yeah.
He saw that ball coming to Trippier, and he foresaw Trippier possibility of
And
making
guys,
an error there.
first minute of additional time, 90 plus 1, Napoli losing 3-0 at home to Frosinone. And the Coppa Italia. Terrible.
The Coppa Italia, probably that's why they are losing.
Yeah, no.
It's not the league.
It's not the league.
How many minutes?
And Etafe is back.
No, the way the gaffer just has
It's 1-1 already. You will know that it's not because of the passion for Napoli.
I'm just looking at
The air is powerful. Osimhen
it's
came
like
in.
there's VR.
It was.
It's like there's VR in this game. Okay, there's a goal.
There's no VR. VR cannot be in operation after Chelsea scored that goal. So Malagusto clears that one, and maybe you look what Igor Livingston said, nothing you won't tell me, I do win. I think Igor is a Chelsea fan right there. So it's nothing trying to run with the ball. Oh, Gallagher gets dispossessed easily right there, and he had to take one.
You take a yellow card. Yeah, that's a yellow card, and
Yeah.
that's a dangerous one. I just hope it won't be costly for Chelsea.
Because if you had allowed that attack,
just came
it
out from the
would
red
lead-
card, not quite long.
No, he took one for his team there.
He took one. He had to take that one, and he lost the possession. If he didn't take one, that can lead to a dangerous attack.
And he has been fantastic.
Even at the end of this game, should Chelsea lose via penalty, I won't have any problem with it because they've actually played very well. It's a different game, unlike the first one. What?
Look at the fan.
What's that?
And the fan came on the field and touched the Chelsea goalkeeper.
No, it was the Vravska went to be there.
Okay, it's Nebraska. I thought it was the Chelsea goalkeeper.
It
Oh,
was
Chelsea
Chelsea
goalkeeper
goalkeeper.
is on white. So that was a good clearance from
It's
Modric
not a
right
good
there.
clearance. It's a half clear.
You
How's the
can
half cleared
see Shagun chuckling on his voice right
No, no,
there.
the thing is,
The pressure is there.
Yellow card. That should be a yellow card.
The thing is,
That's a
what's
yellow card.
hey, no,
Hey,
you
no,
have to
no.
do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Modric, come on, behave yourself. Don't do that. The referee is seeing it. The referee have already taken.
That was actually a bad hit from Bruno Guimaraes.
Yeah, that was a terrible hit on Ian
Yeah,
Mason. Yeah. Let's see what the referee will do right there. And it's just
I think he
down
put
there.
it. I think his hand went into his eye.
Yeah, I think it's his hand.
Oh, it's
Look at all the paint.
wow.
My
That should be a
goodness.
red
That
card.
was a
though.
bad one.
It looked like a red card offense.
No, it's not yellow. It's not a red card. It should
That's
be
a
a yellow
yellow
card because he cleared him with the ball. He doesn't even want to hear it. He doesn't want to see anything.
He's frustrated. That's frustration.
But if you had allowed the Messi to move there, it would have been a dangerous one.
Dangerous attack.
I guess. Oh, but Modric shouldn't have held him in his neck. That was too much. And
So-
it's a yellow card to Modric.
Yeah, yellow card to Modric and also yellow card to Bruno Guimaraes. So let's see
Both of them
if
got a yellow card. Yeah.
yeah, both of them getting a yellow card right there.
That was what,
So-
that was what I was saying. I'll be vindicated here.
Yeah.
I saw the substitution. Bring in the
That's the end of the
substitution.
match.
right from
And
the
it's
60th minute.
final
Practice.
whistle right there. The game is going to be ending.
Modric
for a
without goal for
penalty
Chelsea.
shootout. So
Newcastle finally lost this game.
Hey, who now?
Ghana lost that.
Oh, no,
Sorry.
no. Who that was the one who
That's
lost now?
the
This is
Everton.
another one.
Everton lost that.
My
Idris
goodness.
Aguaye. Wow.
my goodness.
From winning position
It's
to losing
position.
position.
That's one thing about football.
Please, Modric
Try
should
not to
not
lose
play penalty. He should not play penalty for Chelsea. this year. Please.
And
please.
Frosinone made it 4.
Oh, you have to look at the starting 11. Was for Napoli actually started in this game because losing 4-0 against Frosinone is actually.
You know, when Kvaratskhelia and Osimhen came in, after that time was when Frosinone started scoring. And they scored 4.
But seriously, talking about Chelsea, I think Chelsea really needs. Oh, this is the big man, Tosin Adarabioyo, and all hope of Fulham will be resting on that young man. It's so painful. It's so painful that he's not playing for Nigeria. He was waiting on England call up, but that call up never came in.
Yeah.
And it's looking like the Super Eagles are not even looking to his side.
Looking
But he's a
towards-
fantastic centre back.
Yeah, he's a good centre back. Not fantastic, just
So
take it that way.
a goal here.
And
that's a
plays
win.
it, and he
That's a
scores!
Oh, Adarabioyo.
And Fulham sent Everton
FIFA is not
out
believing that
of
the Carabao
the
Cup.
Carabao Cup. And I don't think Onana will be able to sleep tonight because
Because that was
that
actually
was a
bad.
terrible
That was a terrible
penalty.
penalty from him.
Yeah,
That was the last chance. Just go on and eat that. Look at the way Tosin took his own.
Yeah.
He's not giving any chance.
Yeah.
That's why I always have a problem with midfielders playing last penalties.
Mm.
Because they're always believing, they're always having that confidence level that I am a midfielder, I'm a creative player, I can do one or all this what's it called? All this skillful penalty, which is not really it for me. Why not just go for the blast?
Yeah.
That's what really matters. Score and win the game.
But you can also play the blast and blast it over the net.
Blast it over the net.
It's not Michel Aluze.
At Mary Olugbodi says at Livingston, Arsenal are better than Chelsea.
I need to start a war in our conversation.
They're already having a war.
Yeah.
That
So
is good.
says better than Chelsea.
But Chelsea have to prove themselves here.
Really, it's losing out in a penalty shootout because what's it called?
No man's game.
It's a no man's game.
It's
anybody's game.
Yeah.
So I won't really fault Chelsea if they should lose out in this own way. But
So-
not scoring a goal in this game would have actually been the party for Chelsea. They deserve to score a goal. They lost a lot of chances.
No, yeah, of course we have to give it to Chelsea because this very Newcastle defeated Manchester City, defeated Arsenal. But here Chelsea fought them back and got a draw. And going to penalty.
And deservedly.
Deservedly. No, they deserve it because they took charge of the second half. That substitution changed the face of the game. And this is the dream. To me, it is the dream Chelsea we're talking about.
How many substitution calls have I gotten right in this studio?
And you come to substitution, is the master of substitution because you always get the substitution. Right?
It is the first
I'll give him that one.
No, the substitutions that will work.
You always got it right now. Most of the ones when we talk about substitution, anytime you call substitution, that person will definitely come. It's always in the mind.
Not
most
all
time.
the
No,
time.
you give him 90%. I'll give him 90%.
You will give him 90%.
What about you?
I don't know yet because I've
You're
not
going to be watching him now. I'll give him 90%.
Maybe I'll start from this.
Is Badashi losing? I just hope Badashi will be taking the penalty.
Did you want me to say what I don't know? I've not really put my mind
At the end of the 90 minutes, it was more about Modric scoring, not Trippier making a mistake. Unlike when Badashi made a
No,
the same thing.
the goal came towards the dying minute. Now, this is not half time whereby we had the time to really discuss
Let's go back
it.
to the game.
After this game, there will still be time. So, it's going to be a penalty shootout in the game between Chelsea and Newcastle right there. And let's see who will start this penalty
We're talking about this very much. The presence of Nkuku brought a lot of difference in this Chelsea. Honestly.
Because he didn't allow them. He
Yes.
allowed Newcastle all the rooms of coming out.
And his presence.
They know they have a clinical player.
Do you know the difference?
Yeah.
Do you know
It wasn't players.
No, the difference
even
is
players.
not Newcastle. It's the Chelsea boys knowing that this is Nkuku. We
Yeah.
can direct our play to him. He will give us a better.
But funny enough,
finish.
he wasn't even players tonight.
Yeah,
It was Broya playing more. He was playing more behind Broya.
Broja.
And to some extent, they also shift their focus to himself.
Yeah, he was drawing players.
Yeah, because they know that he's a clinical player. So he shifted some focus to himself. So he gave Chelsea a lot of O's against Newcastle. And
So let's see if Petrovic or Dubravka will be the hero of the night. Fulham has just qualified for the semi-final of the League Cup, winning on penalties 7-6. And Middlesbrough has also qualified for the semi-final of the EFL Cup, defeating Port Vale 3-0. Cole Palmer seems to be the first player that will take the penalty
And he looked like
tonight.
a penalty specialist.
Yeah, he is the penalty
just a
taker
penalty
for
taker, but
Chelsea.
I don't think he should be the one taking the first one. There's always this type of pressure.
Somebody will have to take the first one.
Okay. I would have preferred Badashi.
It's better
I
for a good
would have
penalty
preferred
taker.
Badashi taking the first one.
Yeah, but Ashil might have taken that first one.
Wow.
So, Cole Palmer right there against Dubravka. Let's see if Cole Palmer can score or Dubravka will be the real. What happens? And Cole Palmer score. Cold as ice, Cole Palmer.
This Dubravka looked like a good goalkeeper.
No, it's actually
He's a good
he's a
goalkeeper.
good.
You know, so
He
I think I've
actually
explained.
developed into a good goalkeeper.
Yeah.
We remember the final of the Carabao Cup last season. It was
Mm.
all in the goalpost for Newcastle, and it
Newcastle.
was a bit shaky in that game.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you have good numbers of runs of games.
Yeah.
It grows this kind of confidence in you, and that is
Mm.
what Petrovic in his first game against Everton. It was a bit shaky also.
Yeah.
But see him against Sheffield United, that confidence was starting.
Yeah,
growing.
match.
And see him today
yeah,
against
Newcastle.
also. He gave a good account of himself.
Mm.
So, is Newcastle about to take their own penalty? Callum Wilson, the goal
This is
scorer.
surely going to the back of the net.
Let's say if it will go into the back of the net, as Shegun has said, let's say, and he plays it, he scores it.
When it comes
There's
to
1-1.
penalty shootout, this is one of the players I always trust to score. Callum Wilson, right from Bournemouth, he's always a big man when it comes to taking penalty shootouts, and the confidence level is always there.
And the next man for Chelsea is Gallagher. Gallagher is the next penalty taker. You can see Shegun
You have to interpret this you did now. That is
under pressure,
that is not going to score. Or what?
under
You
intense
can see the Chelsea fans themselves.
pressure right there.
Oh Lord of Nazareth.
It's under pressure.
Jesus
Let's
Christ.
see what will happen.
Jesus Christ.
And he scores
Hey,
it.
go.
Very,
Hallelujah to
very
Gallagher.
sweet penalty right there
Mm.
from Gallagher. Shegun had to take
This shootout better
the
ends
sip
in 5.
under.
They should just please end it in 5 penalty shootouts.
Because
No, penalty is always interesting to watch, except when your team is playing.
Yeah, you don't want to enjoy
Look at
it.
the Tottenham. Look at the Everton
Fulham.
Fulham penalty shootout. It was so beautiful to watch because it's not your team playing.
Yes,
Whenever your team
but
is playing,
I can remember
don't want
that
to see
2008 or thereabout. Is it 2000? Yeah, it's 2008
2008 Champions League final.
Champions League final. Oh my goodness! You know,
Trippier.
so it's Karen
This
Trippier
should be another player.
who is
This
about
is
to
another
take
player
the
that
second
will always score
penalty.
penalties.
What can he do? Can he
He's a
score?
good free kick taker. And I expect.
Hey! He missed it.
He missed it! My goodness! Karen Trippier tripped with his penalty and he lost it. My goodness. He lost it right there. He lost it.
Oh, there's still time for the still chance for them. But that was a bad penalty from Trippier. An experienced player like him, I think he should be hitting the target. That was just way wide. And you have to look at Petrovic for the 2 penalties he has conceded. They played against him. He had gone the right way in these 2 penalties. Nkunku.
It's Nkunku that is next
Nkunku, please.
for Chelsea. So, will he score his first goal from the penalty spot? That's how he plays it. Let's see. Will he score? And he scores!
Beautiful. That is beautiful. Television goal.
Nkunku scores. So, Igor Livingston says he asked the Arsenal fan where they have been for the last 5 years.
20 years. 20 years.
And Chelsea, he also said Chelsea has a bad time, and you people are saying all this disappointment, saying I don't get
Bruno
this.
Guimaraes.
I think you will have to say that again. So let's see. Bruno Guimaraes stands against Petrovic. Can he score this one? Can he score this one? He stands behind the ball, runs to the ball, slow ones, and plays it and scores. That was a beautiful penalty. Yeah, that's a beauty.
He's a big player. And you look at the confidence, look at how he took his spot, and not a shot. And that's why I say I always have problems with midfielders, especially creative players, because they believe they have that confidence they can take their spot. Should what's it called? Petrovic has gone. Hey.
And it's Modric that's about to take the next penalty.
So
you can see Shegun beating heavily right there. But let's see what will happen in this fixture. It's an exciting one. Modric walks back. Oh, he didn't give the ball too many distance. What can he do? And he plays it. One of the best penalties tonight. Sending Nebraska the wrong way.
You are drinking water. There's no water inside.
It's not easy to be a Chelsea fan watching this penalty. You can see Shegun under pressure.
If
pressure is not for them.
If Newcastle miss this one, let me just say
yeah, if Newcastle wins, lose This
lose.
penalty.
Richie is scoring.
Richie.
Is surely going to score.
But deep down in your heart, I know.
No. I'm analyzing again. If he's a bad kick taker, I'll tell you he's a bad kick taker.
But he's let's see if he can score. Karen Trippier was also a good one. So Richie plays it.
It's 7 for Chelsea.
I said,
My goodness!
What a save!
Look at that save.
Wonderful times at the Stamford Bridge. What an exciting way to end this fixture!
What a turnaround!
What a turnaround! What a game! It is football. You just have to enjoy everything.
You have to enjoy it when it comes like this once in a while. So many times our heart has been broken, but today my heart has been mended.
Shegun take another sip for that.
What a game. That is the man. Look at the confidence on his face. There's no going back on Petrovic anymore.
I don't.
He deserve it. He deserve it. Look at it. The guys deserve this win. They played for it. They gave everything. The believers there in the boys that they can get back into this game. It was hard for them to break through the lines of Newcastle. Right for up to 80 minutes, up to that 9 minutes. Do you know do you know how much it's going to be for Petrovic and what's it called, Modric and even Ian Medicine?
Yeah.
It was impressive when he came into this game. Look at that penalty.
Look at that save.
The only penalty Petrovic didn't follow to the right spot today was Bruno Guimaraes.
Penalty,
great player.
Yeah. And that's
actually registered his name.
And I think he should be in the pipeline for the man of the match.
Yeah.
Because his distribution, his movement, you have to give him a lot of credit. And let me start with Solomon. Yeah. Your last take on the game.
This is what we call football. You know, when you get football like this, you enjoy it. You know, the cohesion, the intensity of the match is very high. You know, I see the fighting spirit of the Chelsea side. They don't want to give up, and they gave us the hope that with the way they were playing, I had that belief that they can still do something, because it is a player who is down, who and actually want to, you will see it in their face, and to their amazement, they got that equalizer and penalty shootout. They got the victory. Good one for Chelsea. At least the season, the way it's going now, is looking like they're going to get a trophy, because they're going to the semi-final.
They're still Liverpool.
They're still Liverpool. Of course, they can still battle Liverpool. If they come with this kind of spirit, they can beat any team.
No. If coming into the game with this kind of spirit, I guess Liverpool will also.
That would be your final take.
Of course, they can beat. If you come with this kind of spirit, with any team, who are the team that is in it? Is it Middlesbrough? Is it Fulham? Is it Liverpool? With this spirit, they can beat any of these teams.
So let's see if Chelsea will be able to take this confidence from this game.
Who's going to semi-final?
No, it's Middlesbrough.
Middlesbrough is in the
Fulham.
Then we'll see between Liverpool and West Ham tomorrow.
I think Middlesbrough is better.
And your final take on this game.
It's choosing lesser side to play.
Good game of football, no doubt. Right from the first minute to the end, it took two errors from two defenders, unnecessary errors from two defenders to get the goals for both teams, and that is like what I said in the first half. It takes errors for you to get a goal. If Callum Wilson had felt that Thiago Silva and Badashir were going to cover that ball, and he actually left himself down and get back, not pushing that ball to the end, probably Newcastle would have scored that.
Yeah.
If Modric had done a Ryan Sterling up front and not pursued that cross that was coming down to the hands of Karen Trippier, just wouldn't have gotten that equalizer there.
Football
happens. Good game of football, and football happens. Who would have thought just would have had a turnaround and finally winning this game on a penalty shootout?
Yeah.
Good game of football from Petrovic, good game of football from Dovraska, and good game from football from every of these players, both Chelsea and Newcastle. They serve us a good dinner of football.
Yeah, a good dinner of football for the Chelsea fans. But I don't think any Newcastle fan will actually enjoy.
They lost from a winning position. I think that's overconfidence towards the end of that game. That yes, this game is done and dusted. That goal came in right in the 2nd minute or 4-minute additional time. There must have been this kind of adrenaline going through them. Let's just get this game over and done and dusted. 2 minutes to play. If there's one thing Newcastle knows how to do, is to defend with all their life.
Yeah.
And look at the number of crosses that was going into the box, right from Mal Gusto and Ian Mason when they came in. We saw those crosses. This is what we want. You don't have to trust central backs as a full backs.
Yeah.
Give these full backs the chance to play.
Yeah.
If Chilwell is coming back from injury today, by 2 weeks' time, he will be restored into Chelsea starting 11. So why should you have a natural left back and you're putting him on
And
the
not
bench?
playing.
He gave a good account of himself today.
And we just hope that Poch will learn all those positives from this game and going into the game this weekend against Wolves. And you can join us for that watch along of the game between Chelsea and Wolves. And it promises to be an exciting one uh, this weekend. Sorry. And let's see if luck will shine on Chelsea in the Carabao Cup this season. So my name is Afolayan Adeyemi. That's the much we can take on this watch along edition. Thank you for joining us. We hope you stay with us for our Talk Sports show, 7 p.m. on Fridays. And you can join us for predictions that you can actually take home. On a disclaimer though, but be sure that there will be good ones that you can actually be confident to stake on. So that's our offering for today. Don't forget, you can only fail uh, if you stop trying. So don't give up on your dreams. Just keep pushing, keep working at it till it becomes a reality you can touch or you can feel. So it's a good night from me and my production crew. Have a lovely night rest.